You that what's on tap, it's being presented by Modelo, brewed with the finest ingredients for a taste that's pure gold. Angels right now on a long homestand, the longest one of the season, a 13-game homestand. The Angels have played 8 games in the homestand and have gone 4-4 and have another game against the White Sox tomorrow. That's a day game, and then Tampa Bay comes to town beginning on Monday night. They'll be in for games on Monday, Tuesday, and a day game next Wednesday on the 6th of August. Will wrap up this long homestand for the Angels. Today's pitching matchup, that's being brought to you by Chick-fil-A SoCal, the official chicken sandwich of Angels baseball. On the hill for the Angels today, making start number 21 of the season, will be Kyle Hendricks. He comes in with a 6-7 record. This will be his first appearance this year against the White Sox. His ERA this season is 4.73. And for Hendricks, he has been pitching some better baseball of late for the Angels. Kyle Hendricks, in his last 8 starts for the Angels, has been throwing very good baseball. ERA in those last 8 starts for Kyle Hendricks is under 4, and it's 3.67 coming into this ball game. In his career against the White Sox, 2-6 with a 4.75 ERA. And Hendricks going for the Angels. He will be opposed by Aaron Savali, a veteran right-hander who began the year with the Milwaukee Brewers and then was traded over to the White Sox. Overall this season, 2-6 record with a 4.38 ERA. This will be his 14th start of the season. He has spent some time on the injury list. And in his career against the Angels, this will be his 5th start against the Halos. In 4 career starts, has a 2-1 record with a 5.57 ERA. Last time he was on the mound was last Saturday. That was a game against the Cubs. And he did pitch shutout baseball, went a total 5 innings in that ball game, and did not walk any, struck out 6, did not figure in the decision. In fact, his last 2 starts for the Chicago White Sox here, he has not allowed an earned run in his last 2 starts. So that's a look at our pitching matchup as far as who's in and who's out. That's being presented by Vanda Pharmaceuticals. And the Angels have a new player in the starting lineup tonight. He will be hitting out of the number 9 hole, and that is Bryce Teodosio. The Angels making some roster movement today. The Angels selecting Teodosio from AAA Salt Lake. He's been with the Angels in the past. Limited major league experience, though, with the Angels. The Angels also today released outfielder Lamont Wade Jr. and also infielder Kevin Newman. The keys to the game, they're being presented by your Southern California Toyota dealers. And for the Angels to try and get some things going offensively, the Angels managed only 4 hits in last night's opener against the White Sox. And the Angels in their last 2 games have scored just 3 runs in each of them. 3 runs in the final game of the series against the Rangers, and then the Angels got beaten by the final score of 6-3 in last night's ball game. In fact, the Angels' last 2 games, they have lost them here at home by that same score of 6-3. Our fresh look gets being presented by Vista Paint, locally owned and operated for more than 60 years. Professional painters and homeowners choose Vista Paint. When we get back, we'll visit with Angels interim manager Ray Montgomery. We're counting you down to the Angels and the White Sox. This is the Angels pregame show on Angels Radio, also available free on the Angels Radio app.
From packed stadiums to sold-out shows, Sports Illustrated Tickets puts you in the middle of the action. With over 50 million tickets to sports, concerts, and theater events worldwide, it's your go-to for unforgettable live experiences. Whether it's behind home plate, the 50-yard line, center stage, or anywhere in between, we've got your seats. Visit sitickets.com or download the app now. Sports Illustrated Tickets. Same seats, better prices. Fans deserve better.
Hey there, Angels fans and coffee lovers. Ready to take your game day or morning to the next level? Visit 85C Bakery Cafe, your go-to spot for fresh, delicious treats and amazing coffee. And now, for our app members, we've got an exclusive deal. A buy one, get one free sea salt coffee, hot or iced, medium only. Perfect for sharing with a friend, a teammate, or anyone who needs a caffeine boost. Don't miss out on turning your coffee break into a celebration. 85C Bakery Cafe, where coffee and community come together.
Have you ever experienced nagging pain that just won't go away after a sports injury? Hi, I'm Dr. Josh Snodgrass, a sports medicine physician with Memorial Care. Most know how to use the RICE method: rest, ice, compression, and elevate after an injury. But do you know when you need to do more? If pain doesn't improve within 48 hours and swelling persists for more than a week, it's time to make an appointment with a doctor. There are injuries in muscles and tendons outside of the common breaks or sprains. At Memorial Care, we use diagnostic ultrasound for tendon and muscle injuries. Ultrasound allows us to see beyond the bone and can pinpoint small tendon tears or tendinitis of the rotator cuff in the shoulder or the Achilles tendon in the ankle. Ultrasound can also help us identify muscle tears, masses, fluid collections, or swelling from inflammation. Ligament sprains or tears can also affect your ability to get back to your peak physical condition. Don't be a victim to the no pain, no gain, and get checked out to ensure you don't limit your physical abilities on or off the playing field.
Back on the Angels pregame show, it's time now to visit with Angels interim manager Ray Montgomery.
I mean, we got to make a better decision there. Obviously, with the tying run, the ball being hit as hard as it was, if anything, you can trade the outfield run, but you got to stop there. And we talked to Cappy about it afterwards too. You got to play through the play too.
Was he sent there, or was that would that have been on Bo?
No. Bo was sending Travis.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so he's concerned in getting the run in. Obviously before the play, if we're going to trade the out, stop, let the ball beat you to the bag, and you get tagged out, or just stay at second base given the nature of how hard that ball was hit.
They were obviously pretty loud there, especially early, just wondering what to capitalize. But where do you kind of feel like that, especially that first inning, if you went home?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that guy in the ropes, he did a good job of getting out of it with our help. We gave him, the out, obviously at third base, something you don't see from Neto very often at all. So that was unusual, and it was kind of a little bit of a momentum killer. And yet, even at that, we still had multiple chances to put something across there, and it didn't. So that hurts.
How much does something like that deflate a team at the game?
Yeah, bases loaded, nobody out. It's deflating. You could, dance around it any way you want. We all felt it, but I got credit the guys for coming back and putting us back into a position, even after giving up a couple runs and a couple pitches that TA would want back. No problem there. Still going where they go. It hurts when it's in the first and you have that guy in the ropes like that.
You only have 4 hits, I believe. So just what did you think of the offense?
Yeah, it was wild. So there was a lot of walks too, and a couple hit by pitches. I don't know if we were 4 or 5 walks and a couple hit by pitches. Just not our night in terms of getting the big hit across. Although Shandy, came up big there. We had a chance to tie the game right there.
What did you make of Anderson's start?
Yeah, it was typical TA. A couple bad pitches here and there. I thought he threw the ball good. I didn't feel bad about how he was throwing the ball and what it ended up being. I'm sure if you ask him, he's going to say he won a couple pitches back, but for the most part, he gave us 6 innings. And anytime you get that 4 runs, it should be in a better spot, especially with what we had in the first.
And Garcia both got into 90s. What did you see from them out there?
Yeah, nice to see them. Right, Chafe did what he does. He's tough. He's going to get the ball on the ground. He's tough on lefties. And Louis, we obviously know very well. So it was good to see them get their first outing out of the way here, and hopefully come back tomorrow and be in a better spot. Excuse me? Mike was not here today. No. He's not feeling.
Do you expect him to play tomorrow?
We'll see. I don't know that right now.
Did not having him affect whether you wanted to pitch run for Darno?
A little bit. That spot's going to come back around. Trav's going to hit there. I think if we run the bases clean, that's not an issue.
I know Mike's here. He's not in the lineup. Is he feeling better today or progressing at all?
Yeah, definitely progressing. Just not all the way there to be in the lineup, but noticeably different. He sounds bad like I do. He's feeling better.
I don't want to ask if he's maybe considering playing tomorrow, because that's probably a big question mark, but I'm going to ask if you think he might be back tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll see. I know he wants to. We'll see how it goes even later today maybe, but yeah, just day-to-day with this thing, so we'll see what happens.
Teodosio is here. He's playing center field today with Joe in right field. Do you feel like this is an upgrade as far as defense goes and Joe goes back to a position in which he's a lot more comfortable in, or how do you see it?
Yeah, I think it's a combination of everything. Teo is most comfortable in center. I think if you ask here. I think it's a benefit for us across the board.
And what does that mean for like the whole Soler, Trout, when these guys are healthy and available, and how you might have to navigate? It seems like a weird situation.
To be determined. Yeah. Anytime you're asking me about adding Soler and Trout back, good problem to have. We'll take our thoughts and cross that bridge when we get there.
Yeah, anything new with Soler right now?
No, nothing as far as I know of today. No, same.
So he hasn't really done any baseball activity or anything?
I mean, the stuff that they do, for the rehabilitation part of it, yeah. But as far as the baseball activities on field and that stuff, no.
What did you hear about Christian Moore last night? I know he's DHing today.
That is correct. He continues to come through every game. Like, we check the reports and see what's going on. Everything's good. Positive signs all the way across.
Do you think he could be back in the next couple of days?
I hope so, yeah. I mean, again, no timelines. He's got to get what he gets, to get his body back underneath him and make sure his hands feel good. The good thing is that there are no reports of any issues with that. So,
will there ever be a point where you go with maybe less offense at third, play a guy like Peraza, where you get better defense? That position's been tough for you guys.
Yeah, listen. I mean, we're going to look at every possible machination of that. I mean, I don't want to discount, who's playing third currently, but yeah, I mean, you look at every possibility. Peraza's going to get in there for sure. We know what he can do. We have to see it, obviously, for ourselves. So, could be tomorrow. We'll see.
All right.
I have a question for you. Soriano already pitched 23 games. Last year, he finished August 16th, 22 games.
Yeah.
Is there a difference last year this year?
Well, I think last year being his first year to stretch out that far, it was probably a little different. I think this year having a full off season to prepare for it and build for this. We talked about different, thresholds that he can probably get to comfortably with that kind of off season, and then we're seeing it.
Which counted last year 1,700, 21, already.
Yeah, similar, same thought, right? So you condition your body differently when you know you're going to be ideally having 30 to 32 starts. So that's his goal, and that's our goal for him.
One more. I'm curious because you guys have played pretty well against better teams, but at home, especially against teams that are well below 500, it seems like it's just been a kind of confusing struggle for you. I mean, is there anything behind that, or is it just anomalous, or what do you think?
Yeah, confusing to me would make sense, given like you said, we've played in some tough environments, home and on the road, and handled it pretty well. Philly's as tough as anywhere to play, let alone coming out of the break, take 2 or 3 from that team. I don't have my finger on that. Obviously, I think it all boils down to probably making mistakes, less than who the competition is. It doesn't matter who you play. If you give them outs or you take away outs from yourself, it's gonna cost you.
今夜ジャパニーズヘリテージナイトなんですけど、何か日本に関わるものということですか。それから日本のプレイヤーで印象に残るプレイヤー。
We're celebrating Japanese Heritage Night tonight. Yeah. Do you have any memories visiting Japan? And are there any Japanese players that struck me, left an impression?
I love Japan. I love the country. I loved going over there. I love the atmosphere of the ballparks. I love the history. Going across to the different rivalries that you see over there. In terms of different players, I've been fortunate that I was able to go over and see, starting like Tanaka and Shohei when he was 18 years old, and everybody in between. Ichiro has to be, for me, the benchmark across everything, just because of not only the type of player he was, but what he ended up being in terms of the person. And I think I made the joke the other day about Tony Tarasco called him the Beatles all in one. So I think he's probably the highlight of it.
That's Angels interim manager Ray Montgomery. Angel fans, don't forget you can win a 2-night stay, 1 round of golf, or 1 round of bowling and dinner for 2 at the Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. To enter the contest, just text the word fantasy to 714-888-7250. For sweepstake rules, visit am830.net. And as always, good luck. And also, don't forget, anytime the Angels score 5 runs or more here at the Big A, you get 2 free Del Tacos with any purchase in the Del Ye Rewards app. Offer available in the app the next day by 10 in the morning and valid at any greater Los Angeles area Taco Bell location until 11:59 p.m. Time now for the Trout Tracker. It's presented by State Farm. Mike Trout is 3 home runs shy of 400 in his career. The Angels DH
That's Alertus Gurriel dog. That's a nice touch. Pena power.
The perils of wearing earrings when you've got netting on the field.
That young fan, not a Newt Bar fan. What a present for Mom.
Oh, my goodness. Look at this guy.
Uso, yeah, Jay Uso, yeah. And after just shot putting it. There's nobody on base. There's a little debate for Domo and Kim watching the replay together. That's beautiful, isn't it?
To like build this for them and spend the last year of coming up with this concept and getting it off the ground and getting everybody here, like it just feels really good to have everybody coming and experiencing the thing that we've been working so hard on. To be able to like take the experiences of Comic-Con and add that to a card show just is really fulfilling, because as somebody who grew up going to card shows and still goes to the same card show, the same church basement in Trumbull, Connecticut every month, like it's great. Card shows are amazing, but to be able to add all of this experience is what makes this great.
Bobblehead, courtesy of Foundation Building Materials. Visit angels.com/promotions today to make sure you're taking home a Logan O'Hoppy bobblehead.
Vista Paint is proud to once again partner this season with your favorite team in red. For over 60 years, when Southern California professional painters and homeowners want the most durable, premium, and sustainable paint, they choose Vista Paint. Vista Paint, where color, creativity, and chemistry meet.
Back on the Angels pregame show, it's time for today's health report. It's brought to you by Miller Children's and Women's Hospital. Kids need 9 to 12 hours of sleep a night to thrive. Angels checking out the injury report. Currently have a total of 7 players on the injured list, and one of them is making some progress as far as returning. That's Christian Moore. He's been out for almost a month because of the left thumb sprain. He has started a rehab assignment in the Cal League with Inland Empire, and in 3 games is hitting .375. Also on the injured list for the Angels is Chris Taylor. He suffered another left hand fracture. That was on the 26th of July. Angels have Jorge Soler on the 10-day injured list with the lower back inflammation. Also sidelined for the Angels is Hunter Strickland. He's on the 60-day IL with the right shoulder inflammation. Robert Stevenson still on the injured list. He's on the 60-day IL, right biceps inflammation. And Ben Joyce and Anthony Rendon do not figure to see action for the Angels here during the rest of the second half of the season. Ben Joyce went on the injured list back in April and had the right shoulder problem, and Anthony Rendon is still recovering from his left hip surgery. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard as we go around the grill. It's presented by Hoffy Beef Franks and Sausages at home or at the Big A. Hoffy's premium quality always means premium taste. And as far as the rest of the AL West, a couple of finals. One was in Boston where the division-leading Astros were beaten by the Boston Red Sox 7-3. Another game this afternoon was in Seattle. That went extra innings at T-Mobile Park. And Texas beat Seattle in 11 innings. The score there 6-4. A little bit later on, the A's will be taking on the Diamondbacks. That game in West Sacramento. Some other games around the majors. They're in a rain delay in Bristol, Tennessee at the Bristol Motor Speedway. That's the Speedway Classic. The Braves and Reds being delayed by rain as far as that ball game, a first ever affair in the state of Tennessee. Some finals around the majors. Tampa Bay beat the Dodgers 4-0. It was the Orioles winning at Wrigley. They beat the Cubs 4-3. Blue Jays over the Royals 4-2. That was in Toronto. In Colorado, the Rockies beat the Pittsburgh Pirates 8-5. Colorado with that win now, 30 wins and 80 losses this season. Elsewhere in our nation's capital, Brewers beat the Nationals 8-2. The Phillies lost at home to the Detroit Tigers 7-5. The final in that one. Some other games: Mets over the San Francisco Giants 12-6. The Mets back in first place by a half game in the National League East with that victory. Guardians won at home as they beat the Twins 5-4. The Marlins in South Florida shut out the Yankees today 2-0. The Yanks are now trailing division-leading Toronto in the AL East by 4.5 games. And one other game a little bit later on tonight, that will be in San Diego as the Padres take on the St. Louis Cardinals. When we get back, it'll be time for Countdown to First Pitch. We're counting you down to the Angels and the White Sox. This is the Angels pregame show on Angels Radio, also available free on the Angels Radio app.
You always get more at Simpson.
The summer savings event is on now at Simpson Chevrolet in Irvine and Garden Grove. Now get the most out of summer in a new Chevy Silverado with low financing and payment programs that fit everyone's budget. Choose from a great selection of new 2025 Silverados, all in stock and all ready to drive to your summer adventure. Now, at family-owned Simpson Chevrolet, they're big enough to deal, small enough to care. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Stay up to date on everything Angels with a new issue of Angel Magazine every month. Read exclusive interviews with your favorite players, coaches, and more. Everything you need to know about Angels baseball can be found in Angel Magazine. Available at the Angel Stadium team store or online at angels.com/magazine. It's your source for everything Angels. It's Angel Magazine at the Angel Stadium team store or at angels.com/magazine.
Here we are, Arlington, Texas. This is the Graham Slam Burger. So 2 patties, brisket, caramelized onion, American cheese, ranch aioli or ranch mayo, if you will.
Oh yeah, we're in Texas.
Yeah.
It's something that you definitely want to take a picture of and just put on the gram. I took a bite of it, but it still looks dope.
It's a burger that looks great, but also delicious.
Taking on the White Sox for the second time in this 3-game weekend series. And although the White Sox season record coming into play tonight is 28 games under 500, and they're in the cellar in the AL Central, they're just 41-69. They are actually playing some of the best baseball of any team coming out of the All-Star break. The White Sox last night beat the Angels by the final of 6-3. That victory matched their win total from a season ago when the White Sox last year won only 41 games. They are at that mark going into play tonight. So there's been a bit of a dramatic improvement, even though their overall record so far this season has them on pace to drop 102 games. But they're definitely playing some good baseball. Whether or not they'll suffer their third straight 100-loss season, only time will tell. The White Sox, as I mentioned, they're tied with the Brewers and the Marlins for the best record in the majors since the All-Star break. They've gone 9-4, and the Southsiders, they lead Major League Baseball, averaging just under 7 runs a game with 27 home runs in those 13 games that they have played coming out of the All-Star break. As far as the Angels coming out of the All-Star break, the Angels are looking to get back on track. The Angels have dropped their last 2 here at home, have gone 4-4 here in this homestand, and we'll see if the Angels can get some solid pitching from Kyle Hendricks here tonight. Hendricks has been pitching some good baseball for the Angels. He has really been a strike thrower of late for the Angels. In his last 8 starts, he's walked just a total of 6 batters, and his ERA in those last 8 starts is 3.67. So Kyle Hendricks going for the Angels, and Aaron Savali will get the baseball for the Chicago White Sox. That's all the time we have for you on Countdown to First Pitch. That's another edition of the Angels pregame show. As always, we hope you've enjoyed.
What else is going to happen today? Henderson's bat goes flying into the stands on a strikeout.
And that's not good right there.
See Andy looking at it like, hey, not supposed to be doing that.
Yeah, stick to basketball there, right?
Oh, no catch. We'd love to get that one back. Alonso lost the bat as he flung at that high fastball.
That's going to keep him up tonight. Can't make that catch.
You got to keep that clean, right? You got to catch that.
Texas, this is the Grand Slam burger. So 2 patties, brisket, caramelized onion, American cheese, ranch aioli or ranch mayo, if you will.
Oh yeah, we're in Texas.
Yeah.
It's something that you definitely want to take a picture of and just put on the gram. I took a bite of it, but it still looks dope.
It's a burger that looks great, but also delicious.
Life can happen between sips of Dasani.
Ball is on the air on Angels Radio and on the AM 830 radio app.
Here's the next pitch. Neto swings, lifts the ball down the left field side. It's tight to the line. Fair foul. That ball's out of here. Zach Neto has homered. Here's one that Trout hits well down the left side. And that's Trout of here. He hit another one over the short wall. Here's the next pitch. That's a shot by the third baseman. That's going to roll all the way down in the corner. 1 run scores. 2 run scores. The ball gets away from Clase, and coming in is Shotwell. He scores, and the Angels have a walk-off win tonight here at the Big A.
Angels Baseball is brought to you by Foundation Building Materials, Memorial Care, Coca-Cola, and Morongo Casino Resort and Spa.
Angels baseball is on the air tonight from Angel Stadium in Anaheim. The Angels get ready to host the Chicago White Sox. Hi, everybody. Terry Smith along with Mark Langston. Our producer-engineer on this Saturday is Jorge Sevilla. And as always, we welcome you on Angels Radio, also available on the Angels Radio app. The Angels looking to bounce back after dropping last night's opener of this series. White Sox came to town and won it by the final of 6-3. And although the White Sox are a team that are 28 games under 500, they have been arguably as good as anyone coming out of the All-Star break. They've been outstanding, winning 9 of their 13 games coming out of the break and taking the opener of this weekend series last night over the Angels. So the Halos looking to bounce back tonight. Will send Kyle Hendricks to the mound. Hendricks comes in a 6-7 record, ERA of 4.73. He has been pitching some pretty good baseball of late. Hasn't had a lot of wins lately, but ERA has been solid. And he will go for the Angels, and pitching for the White Sox tonight, a pitcher who began the year with the Milwaukee Brewers, Aaron Savali, came over in June in a trade with the White Sox, and he's pitched pretty well for them, although hasn't had a whole lot of victories. Last 2 starts he's had, he has not allowed an earned run in either one of them. Umpires should be making their way out to home plate in just a moment. When we get back, Mark Langston is eagerly standing by. He will have the starting lineups. We'll have the start of tonight's game, Angels and White Sox, Saturday Night Baseball, just a few minutes away on Angels Radio, also available on the Angels Radio app.
Jersey Mike subs are great on the go.
So I can have a number 4 while you steer us on my tandem bike.
Sure. I got nothing else going on today.
Vargas, we just got word he's been...
Well, this is the World Series card. Everybody said, what's it going to be to pitch against Sandy Koufax, who's a dominant pitcher.
Colson Montgomery. Hitting sixth, center fielder Luis Robert Jr. Batting seventh behind the plate, Kyle Teal. Hitting eighth, left fielder Brooks Baldwin. And batting ninth over at third base, Josh Rojas. On the mound for the White Sox with a record of 1-4 and a 4.10 ERA's right-hander Aaron Savali. Angels starting lineup tonight looks like this. Leading off, shortstop Zach Neto. Batting second over at first base, Nolan Shonowell. Hitting third in left field, Taylor Ward. In the cleanup spot in right field tonight, Joe Adell. Batting fifth, third baseman, Yohan Moncada. Hitting sixth behind the plate, Logan O'Hoppe. Batting seventh, second baseman, Luis Renifo. Hitting eighth, the designated hitter tonight, Gustavo Campero. And batting ninth, just recalled today, out in center field, Bryce Teodosio. On the mound for the Halos, record of 6-7 and a 4.73 ERA is right-hander Kyle Hendricks. As we get closer to the first pitch and all the action here tonight at the Big A, here's my partner, Terry Smith.
Well, thank you so very much, Mark Langston. And we are getting the revised White Sox lineup right now. So we might just have to pick them up as they step up to the plate. Sometimes you get a heads up on a lineup change. This one came after the national anthem, after the lineups were exchanged at home plate. So Mark told you just what we know right now. But the player that is getting scratched is their first baseman, Miguel Vargas, and he was slated to bat cleanup. I know they're going to move Luis Roberts Jr. up to that cleanup spot, so we know the first four for them, but we'll kind of pick them up as we move along here, and they're going to be stepping up because they're batting here in the top of the first inning. Meantime, the umpires for this ball game tonight, calling balls and strikes, will be Brennan Miller. And he is known as a pitcher's umpire and an extreme pitcher's umpire. He has had humongous strike zones in the past, bordering on you're questioning a lot of his calls because the zone has been so big. But he's the home plate umpire tonight. Jeremy Rehack will be the umpire at first base. Chris Conroy, the crew chief, will be the second base umpire. And John Tumpane will be the umpire at third base. The dimensions here at the Big A, 330 down the lines, 396 the dead center, out in left center 390, and right center it goes 375. Beautiful night for baseball tonight, and it is Japanese Heritage Night here at Angel Stadium, and we had a lady that was involved in the ceremonial first pitch, 101 years old, who went out to the mound.
Unreal.
Yeah, that was fantastic tonight. So we are just about ready for baseball, and we have received the revised lineup, and they did juggle it up just a bit, but not incredibly jumbled up the lineup. So it'll be Tachman leading off, then Sosa batting second, Benintendi will hit third, Robert will bat cleanup, Montgomery will hit fifth, Teal will hit sixth, Corey Jolks, who just joined them last night, got called up from AAA Charlotte, will be the number 7 hitter, and he'll play left field. Baldwin hits eighth, and batting number 9, staying in the original spot, will be Josh Rojas. So we are ready for baseball. Angels have on the white tops and bottoms, red numerals and lettering. White Sox have the black tops on, the gray pants. Here's the first pitch tonight, and this is lifted high in the air into shallow left field. A lot of people are chasing, coming in, and making the running catch coming towards the plate in very shallow left field is Taylor Ward. Moncada and Neto peeled off. Ward must have been saying, I got it, and he did make the catch. That's the game's first out.
Yeah, right out of the gate, you could see that ball right in that triangle angle out there, and it's Neto leading the charge, but Taylor Ward
lineup, and Josh Rojas They have hit 25 homers in an 11-game span. Times all year. So you can get some free swingers out of this White Sox group.
And that's it. Here's the next delivery. This is chopped on who's the DH, will be the next batter. He was 2 for 5 last night, had a homer, solo shot.
Look at Kyle Hendricks over his last 8 starts, 3-1 record, 3.67 ERA.
He's ready to come in after retiring the first 2, and here's the pitch. Fouled off left side, backing out of play. This top of the first inning presented by your SoCal Hyundai dealers. There's joy in every journey. And the next pitch, that one evens up the count. It's now 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch, and that's a chase and a miss.
Good changeup. Certainly Kyle Hendricks. We always see him early in the game. He tries to establish that fastball as much as he can, tries to save that changeup and pull it out when he really needs to, because he always feels like he's got that changeup. He could throw it probably with a blindfold on.
Here's the next delivery, and this is lifted foul to our left, backing out of play.
And you look at the usage, again, a 4-pitch mix for Kyle Hendricks. Sinker, changeup, 4-seamer, and a curveball. Sinker, 38%. Changeup, 38%. Those are his 2 go-to pitches.
Here's the 1-2, and that's a little bit inside. It misses for a ball. Now the infield, the Angels have Shotwell over at first base, second baseman Rengifo, Moncada at third, and Neto at short. Next delivery, that's fouled off on the left side. Little different look in the outfield for the Angels tonight. Taylor Ward's in left. Bryce Teodosio was called up today from AAA Salt Lake. He's the center fielder. Joe Adell's playing right. Logan O'Hoppe is catching. And here's the next pitch, and this is a chopper hit right to second, gobbled up by Rengifo. He will throw out Benintendi, and that is how the inning will end. So 1-2-3 inning for Kyle Hendricks. Bottom of the first coming up, no score on Angels Radio. Also available free on the Angels Radio app.
This season, the Angels step back into the classroom for the 17th year of the Off-to-School program, presented by OC Waste and Recycling. Angels players visited Eisenhower Elementary, Sycamore Magnet Academy, Community Roots Academy, Horace Mann Elementary, and College Park Elementary, bringing excitement to students and staff alike. Each school received a school-wide assembly, Angels game tickets, gifts from the team, and a $2,000 grant from the Angels Baseball Foundation to support school sustainability programs. Learn more about how you can step up to the plate for our planet at oclandfills.com.
A lot of life can happen between sips of Dasani. You know, the life moments, big and small, that are worth getting thirsty for. Like organizing a family movie night under the stars. Or hearing an old favorite song and having an impromptu dance party. Or finding a new dinner recipe that the whole family loves. The crisp, clean taste of Dasani was made for all of life's thirst-worthy moments. Dasani, because life happens between sips.
We all have difficult times and face challenges. You are not alone. There are things you can incorporate in your daily life to support your mental wellness. Make sure you get enough rest and set a positive mindset for the day ahead. Grab a friend. Take some time to get outdoors to breathe in fresh air. End your day by jotting down 3 positive things that went well for you. For more resources on ways to navigate your mental wellness, visit angels.ocnavigator.org. The OC Navigator is brought to you by the OC Healthcare Agency.
2026 Angel season seats are available now. Place your season seat deposit today and don't miss every amazing moment by your Halos next year. For more info on season seats, visit angels.com/season seats or call 714-4ANGELS.
Zach Neto will lead things off for the Angels as we get ready for the bottom of the first inning. Aaron Savali will be facing the Angels. Began the year with the Brewers, got traded in June over to Chicago. He's pitched pretty well for them, although has not had a whole lot of wins to show for it. And the first pitch, that one is ball one. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Bottom of the first inning, presented by Foundation Building Materials, the official jersey partner of Angels baseball. Here's the pitch, and Neto cuts it. That one fouls it off on the right side, backing out of play.
Yeah, Aaron Savali traded for Andrew Vaughn, and boy, has Andrew Vaughn gone off with the Milwaukee Brewers. He has really picked up everything with the Brewers.
Here's the next pitch, and that one misses high for a ball.
Aaron Savali's not going to light up the radar gun. 91-93 is where that fastball will sit. He's topped out at 94.
Here's the pitch, and that one misses inside for a ball. We'll set up the White Sox defensively in just a moment. Their defensive scheme got juggled up a bit as a result of the lineup change. And there's one that's fouled off down the right side out of play. So Lenin Sosa is playing first base. He was originally supposed to play second. Josh Rojas is playing second for them. He was originally supposed to play third. The third baseman is Brooks Baldwin. He was the original left fielder. And here's the pitch. And there's a chase and a miss. And down on that fastball at 94 goes Neto. Struck him out, and that's the first out. In the outfield, the player who was added when they subtracted Vargas from the original starting lineup, Corey Julks is in left. Luis Robert Jr. remains in center. Mike Tachman is in right field. Kyle Teal is catching. Andrew Benintendi is DHing. And there's a pitch in there on Shotwell for a called strike.
Yeah, not a ton of moving pieces in the lineup, but you're right. The whole defensive scheme got completely tossed around.
Here's the next pitch, and this is lifted in the air on the third base side, near the bag, waiting for it to come down on the infield dirt. Third base side is Brooks Baldwin, and that will be the second out, easy out. Taylor Ward will be the next batter. Ward was 0 for 3 last night. He's hitting .230, leads the Angels in homers 25, runs batted in 78, doubles 25. And he digs in here against Savali, 30-year-old right-hander. Keeps looking over towards his dugout for some reason. Now he delivers, and the pitch, and that one is a little bit outside. This copyrighted broadcast presented tonight by authority of Angels Baseball may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball. Next pitch taken for a strike, and the count's 1 ball, 1 strike on Taylor Ward.
Taylor Ward hitting .200 on this homestand, 6 for 30, couple home runs, 2 RBIs.
Next pitch, he looks that one right into the mid of the catcher Teal, and it misses for a ball. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Here's the 2-1, and that's a little bit outside. That's a ball. 3 balls and 1 strike. Joe Adell waiting on deck. Second straight night. Mike Trout is not in the lineup. He's been under the weather, and I guess the flu bug has kind of hit the Angel clubhouse a bit. There's a pitch that is going to run the count full. It's now 3-2.
Yeah, that's the one thing. When it hits one person, it can spread through that clubhouse.
Full count, 2 outs, no score. We'll see what happens. And the payoff delivery struck him out swinging. Fastball, and that is how the inning will end. So the Angels have a quiet bottom of the first. There are strikeouts for Savali. We've completed one. We head to the second. No score at the Big A on Angels Radio. Also available free on the Angels Radio app.
Hey, Angels fans, looking for 100% MLB verified tickets? Then call off the search and head to StubHub. StubHub has been the leading ticket marketplace for buying and selling tickets for over 20 years. StubHub will get you where you want to be. Always stress-free, always guaranteed. StubHub, an official partner of the Los Angeles Angels.
I auditioned for Old Broadway once, only I was off-key, off-beat, and off-stage. And now the top 5 reasons to visit Morongo. Number 5.
Broadway, here you come. Get a karaoke speaker and wireless mic when you earn 500 points on your rewards card. The 12th.
Number 4.
It's gonna be hot and hunky. Thunder from Down Under. Live August 15th. Get tickets now.
3.
Chill on the beach, slide down the water slide, and float down the lazy river. Get an Oasis Pool Day Pass now.
And the number 2.
The Marketplace. Because poke, pizza, and pork ribs are a party on your plate.
And the number 1 reason.
Football is back. Get here. Grab a beer. Give your team a cheer. Need I say more? Watch everywhere you eat, stay, and play.
Morongo Casino Resort and Spa, celebrating 20 years of good times.
Sunny afternoons and baseball? That's a perfect match, just like Kettle One and cocktails. Kick back, soak up the action, and sip on an ice-cold Kettle One vodka cocktail. Kettle One, made to cocktail, and proud partner of Angels Baseball.
Luis Robert Jr. will be the leadoff batter. We go to the second. He is their cleanup man tonight, and he takes the first pitch, and that one misses outside. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Top of the second, presented by Hyatt Vacation Club. Enjoy a 4-day, 3-night resort getaway from 6 beautiful locations. Call 866-440-8783 to learn more. Here's the next one on Robert. Chase and a miss. Sinker. And the count's 1 ball, 1 strike.
Talked about the success the White Sox have had here in the second half. 9-4 in the second half.
Next delivery, a liner that's going to drop into shallow center and then bounce on out to Teodosio's out there. And that is going to be a leadoff hit. First hit in the ball game. Robert had a hit in last night's opener. Colson Montgomery will be the next batter.
Well, we just had a broken bat. Anytime a player cracks a bat in tonight's game, it's brought to you by Gorilla Glue. The toughest jobs on the planet. Use Gorilla Glue, the official sponsor of broken bats.
So here is Montgomery digging in. There goes Robert. Pitches a strike. Throw to second. It's late. And that's another stolen base there for Luis Robert Jr.
Well, I was just about to talk about Luis Robert Jr. One of the reasons that they have had this success is his game is turned up a ton, hitting .400 in the second half. That is his 7th steal here in the second half.
It's his 29th of the season. He's 5th in the AL in that department, and there's one that's low. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike on Montgomery. Montgomery had a home run in last night's game, and the White Sox had 4 homers last night. Here's a high fly ball to center field. It's hanging up for Teodosio. He's under. Robert is going to tag. He kind of stumbles en route to third, and the throw will hit off the glove of the cutoff man, Neto, and that fly ball deep enough to advance that runner over to third base. That's the first out here in the second inning. Luis Robert Jr. there tagging, breaking for third, stumbled, almost fell down, but he somehow kept his balance.
Yeah, right out of the gate, the first 2 steps started to go over, but was able to right the ship, get to third base. Angels bring the infield in.
Kyle Teal is the batter. We did not see him in last night's game. He's one of 2 rookie catchers on this White Sox club. And both of them players they got from other organizations. They got Teal from the Red Sox, and Edgar Caro, who started behind the plate last night, the former Angel farmhand. The pitch, that's lined into left center. That's going to fall in for an RBI single. So Teal, who's been swinging a hot bat, is on. He drives in the game's first run, and the White Sox have the 1-0 lead here in the second.
Luis Robert got the first hit of the game, and that's presented by 714 Tickets. Buy, sell, and enjoy the best seats. Download the app or visit 714tickets.com.
So Corey Jolks will be the batter.
Luis Robert also had the stolen base, and that is presented by Don Julio Tequila.
Jolks had been in the minors all season, called up yesterday. This will be his first time up with the White Sox this season. Used to see him in the AL West when he was with the Astros for a few years. Here's the pitch, and he swings at this one, lifts it in the air into right field, backpedaling, underweighting Joe Adell, and Teal, who was the runner at first, has to scamper back there after the catch made. That's out number 2. Brooks Baldwin, the third baseman, will be the next batter.
Yeah, moving Joe Adell back to right field, and Joe Adell made huge strides defensively last year out in right field, and Ray Montgomery was talking about that moving when you have Teodosio, and he's going to get a lot of reps in center field, moving Joe Adell back to right field. He says he's probably more comfortable.
Here's one lined into left. That's going to fall a couple feet in front of Taylor Ward, who will throw it back towards third base. Another hit in the inning. They've had 3. So Baldwin goes the opposite way with the single.
Yeah, Teal goes the opposite way. Baldwin right there the opposite way. That's the game plan you have to have against Kyle Hendricks. If you get in the pull mind, you will hit the ball on the ground or you'll hit it off the end of the bat. 2 real good at-bats here in this inning.
Batter now is Josh Rojas. 2 outs, 2 on, 1-0 White Sox. The pitch, that's high. And the count's 1 ball, no strikes. Rojas had a home run last night. He was in the 9 hole for them last night as well. Hitting just 176. He's a left-handed batter. The pitch, and he bounces that one foul over on the first base side. A run and 3 hits in this inning for Chicago. Here's the next delivery, and that's a little bit low and away. It misses. Gave him a change-up there. Hendricks is set, delivers, and there's one that's lifted down the right field side, and that's going to go foul.
Look at the career numbers for Kyle Hendricks against the White Sox. 2-6 record, 4.75 ERA in 13 starts. Last time he faced the White Sox was the 2023 season. Crosstown rivals. And Kyle Hendricks was with the Cubs.
Here's the next pitch, and that one pitch taken. Runs the count full. It's now 3 balls, 2 strikes. Angels are playing the Southsiders of Chicago here, the Chicago White Sox. Angels haven't played the Northsiders yet this season. Here's the pitch. And that one there, boy, that was a close pitch right there. And it's going to be ball 4. So a walk. And now this inning will continue. The bases are loaded for the leadoff man, Tachman. And Angels pitching coach Barry Enright headed out to have a word with Hendricks and O'Hoppe.
Yeah, Brendan Miller, wide strike zone, but not on this pitch. This one is a strike. It is in the strike zone, catches plenty of the outer third. Kyle Hendricks does not get the call, and Logan O'Hoppe was just holding it in that spot, going, take another look. Really good pitch by Kyle Hendricks. Fans joined the Angels this season, and Visit angels.com/tickets for more information on upcoming games, giveaways, and more.
So Tachman getting ready for his second at bat. We're only in the second inning.
Yeah, big moment already.
Seventh batter up here in the top of the second. Bases loaded, the pitch. And the first one in there for a called strike. When the Angels bat in the bottom of inning number 2, middle third of the batting order, Adele, Moncada, and O'Hoppe against Savali. Tachman had stepped out of the batter's box there, asked for time. Hendricks needs an out to minimize the damage here. Here's the pitch, and that is low and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Juanin Sosa has been a hot hitter waiting on deck if this inning continues with 2 away. Here's the delivery. It's a ground ball, but it's right at Rengifo. This should end the inning, and it will. He throws the first, gets Tachman easily, and that'll wrap things up here in the second. They do get a run. They had 3 hits, and they leave 3 runners on base. We're headed to the bottom of the second. 1-0 White Sox on Angels Radio. Also available free on the Angels Radio app.
Angels fans, New Era Cap is proud to be the official cap of your Los Angeles Angels. Be sure to stop by the team store at Angel Stadium to pick up your New Era Authentic Collection Angels cap today. Remember, you can always visit us at neweracap.com to shop our latest selections, including our limited editions and exclusive drops. New Era Cap, the official on-field cap of Major League Baseball.
Starting a yard project soon? Before you dig, remember that utility lines might be just below the surface. The average shovel strike travels over 30 miles per hour with over 200 pounds of force, powerful enough to break underground utility lines, which homeowners could be responsible to pay for. Always call 811 before you dig to stay safe, avoid fines or outages. For more information, visit SoCalGas.com/811. SoCal Gas is responsible for marking natural gas pipelines up to the gas meter.
For many of us, it just isn't a baseball game without a hot dog or two. And the great news is, whether you're at the Big A cheering on your team or listening at home in your own backyard, you can enjoy the great flavor and top quality of a Hoffy Beef Frank. So on your next trip to Albertsons, Vons, or Pavilions, pick up a package of Hoffy Beef Franks or Hoffy Bacon Wrapped hot dogs and grill up a home run. Hoffy, proud to be the official hot dog of Angels baseball.
Get a piece of Angels history when you visit angels.com/auctions, the official source for game-used Angels memorabilia. Bid on exclusive items like hats, baseballs, jerseys, and more by visiting angels.com/auctions today.
We go to the bottom of the second inning. 1-0 in favor of the White Sox as Joe Adele gets ready to lead things off. He'll be followed by Moncada and O'Hoppe. Aaron Savali working with the early 1-0 lead in this game. First one on Adele. He takes it a little bit inside for ball 1. Adele was 0 for 4 last night. He's hitting .231. Just 6 hits, though, in his last 48 times up. He's cooled off the last week or so. And here's the next pitch. He looks that one over and misses low and away. We'll have this date in Angels history in just a moment. It's sponsored by Sports Illustrated Tickets. 50 million sports, concert, and theater tickets. Same seats, better prices. Visit SITickets.com today. Savali, a compact delivery, and the pitch. That's on the outside corner for a called strike. It was on this date in Angels history, August the 2nd, 1995. 30 years ago today, longtime Angels coach Jimmy Reese, who was with the Angels for 23 years, the longest time of any Angel coach at that time. He was inducted into the Angels Hall of Fame on this date 30 years ago, and I know you and Jimmy Reese go back. One of your all-time favorites.
It's one of the best thrills of playing baseball.
There's a pitch that is inside, and it's a 3-2 count.
I would sit next to Jimmy Reese every night on the Angels bench, and he would tell stories about Ty Cobb and Luke Gehrig, Walter Johnson. And being inducted, they just showed it on our monitor, him sitting in a big lounge chair out on the mound. He'd go, I guarantee he'd go, when you're a star, kid.
That's fouled back.
When you're a star, they do things like this.
And he was, I guess, one of the best fungo hitters ever, right?
Yeah. Oh, no doubt.
Yeah.
Yep. In his heyday, I didn't see it.
There's a pitch that Adele chases on a 3-2, and that cutter gets him swinging, struck him out. So Savali off to a good start for the White Sox. He struck out 3 of the first 4.
Yeah, and that cutter up in the zone. A lot of his stuff has been up in the zone, trying to get guys to chase it. But he used to do batting practice with the fungo, pick it up, and he literally could put it right down the middle of the plate every time. He could hit BP with the fungo.
That's wild.
To the hitters.
Yeah.
And they would hit it.
1 ball, no strikes on Moncada. And here's the next delivery. That's a little bit outside. That was a curveball.
Yeah. And they don't do it anymore. They should do it. Every day, Jimmy Reese would come out and hit all the pitchers, would all be in the outfield. He would hit fungos to all of us. We fielded ground balls every day. It made us all better fielders.
Next pitch, and that's fouled back behind the plate.
Of course, we had to play for a cigar. If you caught 10 in a row, he owed you a cigar. If you missed one, you owed him a cigar. And he always could put a little topspin on that last one. He got more than he gave out.
There's a pitch that is outside. Yeah, I was thinking he must have had a big humidor of cigars by the end of the season.
He did. It was just fantastic. So blessed to be able to sit and listen about the history of baseball every night.
Moncada's worked a 3-1 count here against Savali, and here's the next one. Swings and fouls it off over on the right side.
And the best thing is he would get all worked up, and we'd say, hey, Jimmy, the Babe couldn't hit a split. He'd struggle in today's game. He could not hit a split. And he would lose his mind going, all right, stop it. The Babe can hit in any generation.
Here's the next pitch on Moncada, and this is a ball that he pops in the air into shallow left field. Having a little bit of trouble is Jolks out there. He finally spotted that ball, puts it away. It was in the air for a long time. That's out number 2 here in the inning, and Savali's retired the first 5 Angels in a row. So Hoppy will be the next batter.
Yeah, Savali's making it look easy right out of the gate.
Here's the pitch, and that's a swing and a miss. First pitch slider. And that's a pitch that has given O'Hoppe some trouble this season. Yep. Here's the next delivery. Grounds this one sharply down to third. Stopping it is Baldwin. His throw to first in time. And that is how the inning ends. I don't know that Sosa knew that was the last inning, the first baseman. But the Angels go down 1-2-3, and we will head to the third inning. It's 1-0 White Sox on Angels Radio, also available on the Angels Radio app.
Oh, hey. Hey, thanks for meeting me here. It's just, you're my only lawyer friend, and I need your professional opinion. You see that brand new Hyundai Tucson out there? That's all I paid for it.
Let me get back to you on that. Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. At the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR for 60 months, plus 0 payments for 90 days on all Hyundai Palisade, Santa Fe, and Santa Fe hybrid models. And check out our other great deals at your Hyundai dealer today. Offer ends September 2nd. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Angels fans, are you daydreaming of tropical beaches and world-class spas, culinary adventures, and cultural treasures? Then fly our 5-star airline partner, EVA Air, from Los Angeles to Taipei. Connect from there to most of the rest of Asia with just one stop. EVA is a Star Alliance member with flatbed seats in business, extra comforts in every cabin, and extraordinary service on board Boeing 777s. Whether you're traveling for business or fun, book an unforgettable trip to Asia at www.evaair.com.
Hey guys, you feel it? The days are getting longer, the sun is getting warmer. Looks like our SoCal summer is here. And you know, here in California, we are all about choosing chill. From hitting the beach to the best hiking trails to going all out to support our teams, one thing really ties it all together: enjoying an icy cold Coors Light with great friends. Pick up icy cold Coors Light near you or get it delivered to your door today. Visit CAChooseChill.com to learn more. 2025 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly and cheers with icy cold Coors Light.
Plan your getaway at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino, just minutes from Palm Springs. Enjoy incredible dining, the hottest slots and table games, live entertainment, and all the amenities the award-winning resort has to offer. Buy tickets to thrilling shows or reserve your stay today at FantasySpringsResort.com.
Top of the third we go. It's 1-0 White Sox. They have a run on 3 hits. Angels no runs, no hits. Last half inning when the Angels were batting in the bottom of the second, it was brought to you by Coors Light. Coors Light, choose chill. So Sosa will lead things off, and here's the pitch. And that is in there for a called strike. Sosa's been swinging a hot bat for the White Sox coming out of the All-Star break, and the pitch chases and misses that one for a strike.
Yeah, Sosa 381 outside the break, right after the break. A couple home runs, 12 RBIs.
And he's been putting together some moldy hit ball games. Couple hits, including a homer last night. The pitch, that's grounded on the right side. That's going to be another hit for him. It's going to roll on out to Joe Adell in right field. Leadoff single. I had a leadoff single last inning, and it turned into a run. And the batter now will be Benintendi, who grounded out his first time up.
Well, 3 of the 4 have been opposite side, and Luis Robert broke his bat, but hit it right back up the middle. So you could see their approach against Kyle Hendricks is, hey, go the other way, and that allows the ball to travel a little bit deeper.
There's a chase and a miss. 0-1 the count on Benintendi. This top of the third inning presented by Modelo, brewed with the finest ingredients for a taste that's pure gold. And here's the delivery. He was showing bunt, ends up moving away from a pitch that was inside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Okada back a little off the base, probably a good 20 feet off that third base bag.
There's a toss over to first, and the runner gets back.
It's also just a couple of stolen bases, but they're going to run all night long on Kyle Hendricks. That stolen base that Luis Robert had in the second inning, that's the 18th stolen base that Kyle Hendricks has allowed.
Here's one that's grounded softly on the right side, fielded by Rengifo, goes to second for 1, relay to first, and the Angels turn a double play. So Benintendi, who doesn't run all that well, doubled up. I don't know if that was hit hard enough. Angels do a good job to get 2 on that one, and the batter will be Robert.
Yeah, it seemed like it took forever for this ball to get to Rengifo, but once it does, he gets rid of it quickly, and so does Neto on the return throw and put something on it to easily get Benintendi.
Luis Robert with a single and a run so far. And there's a pitch that was elevated. He went after that fastball, and the count's 0-1. Here comes the next delivery, and that's fouled off. There were a lot of reports this week going into the trading deadline that Luis Robert might be headed to the Philadelphia Phillies. Right. In fact, one of his former players with the White Sox, now with the Phillies, was quoted as saying, I think he would really be good on our club, in our lineup. And here's the next pitch. That one's a little bit low and away. But the Phillies ended up acquiring a center fielder, and that was Harrison Bader from Minnesota.
Yeah, again, it's been an off year for Luis Robert Jr.
Here's the next pitch. This one is lifted high in the air and hanging up in left center field. Waiting for it is Taylor Ward. He'll gather that one in, and that is how the inning will end. They had the leadoff single, but only 3 batters facing Kyle Hendricks here in the top of the third. Bottom of the inning, kept 1-0 Chicago on Angels Radio, also available on the Angels Radio app.
You hear that? That's the sound of 20 years of excellence. Tustin Mazda and Huntington Beach Mazda, the only California dealer group with a 20-year track record of earning the Mazda President's Award. Buy better, drive better.
Celebrate every win with Don Julio Reposado, our authentic barrel-aged tequila with smoky notes and a rich, smooth finish. Made with love from Mexico to Southern California. Salud.
Vista Paint is proud to once again partner this season with your favorite team in red. For over 60 years, when Southern California professional painters and homeowners want the most durable, premium, and sustainable paint, they choose Vista Paint. Vista Paint, where color, creativity, and chemistry meet.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence Data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 and monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Bottom of the third inning, Angels down by a run, 1-0. Luis Rengifo, Angels second baseman, 7-hole hitter, leads it off, and the first pitch, and that's taken for a strike. 0-1 is the count. Louis was 0 for 2 in the Angels' opening game of the series last night, and he waves and misses a curveball there, and he's quickly down 0-2 against Savali.
Oh, and Savali has been ahead of every Angel hitter.
He's a guy who throws a lot of pitches. There are a few he doesn't use that often, but he has a lot of tools in his toolbox to go to. And here comes the next pitch, and that's low and outside, 1-2.
Yeah, he's got a 6-pitch mix. There's a couple that he doesn't use, although we saw the slider. When he has a guy like Logan O'Hoppe that struggles with it, he will put that in his arsenal.
Yep.
Only throws that 8% of the time.
Rengifo jammed on that one, fouls it off over by the batter Campero, who's waiting on deck.
Yeah, primary pitch is a cutter. Throws that 36% of the time. And certainly with the lefties is trying to just work that in on towards their hands.
Here's the 1-2. Fouled off left side, backing out of play. We're in the bottom of the third. Angels down 1-0. Bottom of the third inning, presented by OG's Pizza. Savali has the new baseball, and here comes the pitch. That's high and away. Sinker missed at 92. The 2-2 on Rengifo, and he was way off on the swing there and missed that cutter badly, struck him out swinging. Didn't look like Luis picked up the baseball very well on that pitch.
It looks like a lot of the Angels are off on that cutter. Opponents this year are hitting .232 against his cutter.
And he's been good against left-handed batters, and Rengifo was batting left, the switch hitter. Left-handed batters hitting just .216 against Savali this year. First one was in there on Campero. And here's the 0-1. Grounds it, but right to second. Fielded there by Rojas. His throw to first is in time. And that's 8 straight retired here by Savali. And Bryce Teodosio will be the next batter. Angels just called him up today. He had been in AAA and rookie ball. Had some injury issues this season. Only played in 25 games this year in the minors. And was hitting .330. He was with the Angels 5 games last season, and the pitch on its way takes that one for ball 1. It's 1 ball, no strikes.
Yeah, listening to Ray Montgomery today, it sounds like he is going to get a lot of reps out in center field.
He has really good speed. He's been a good base stealer in his minor league career. And here's the pitch. Takes that one high. 25 games in the minors this year. He had 10 stolen bases. Had a 40 stolen base season in the minors in the past, and he chops this one down to third. He can fly, and the throw to first will just get him as Baldwin had to hurry that throw over to first base. The inning is over on a 5-3 ground out. Nothing doing for the Angels the first time through the batting order against Savali. We'll head to the fourth. 1-0 White Sox on Angels Radio, also available on the Angels Radio app.
It's going on now. Toyota's Summer Drive Sales Event. Now's the time to hit the off-road with big savings on a new Tacoma or Tundra with their astounding torque. Time for a great deal on a fuel-efficient new Camry, Corolla, or Corolla Cross. Time to save and experience new adventures in a versatile RAV4. But don't wait. Toyota's Summer Drive Sales Event ends soon. We make it easy. Toyota. Let's go places.
Brewery X proudly invites you to our newest Brewery X, located at the Ontario International Airport inside Terminal 2. No ticket? No problem. Guests are encouraged to utilize the free Ontario Plus program that allows you to gain access to the terminal side in less than 30 seconds. Serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner with 24 Brewery X brands on tap, Brewery X ONT is ecstatic to be part of the community as we continue to cross paths and come together over beer.
When your favorite ace is experiencing hip pain or stiffness, it's more than just a groin pull. Their body can't get comfortable, sit for long drives, and it especially makes it hard to throw a 95-mile-per-hour fastball. In cases of limited hip mobility, the Memorial Care Joint Replacement Center and Sports Medicine Center offers hip arthroscopy, a minimally invasive treatment that relieves hip pain and restores hip mobility to get you back to sports and high-level activities. Let Memorial Care help you pitch a perfect game.
Always take the beach with you with an Angel City Connect hat. The first 25,000 fans on Saturday, August the 23rd, again against the Cubs, will receive an Angel City Connect hat, courtesy of Yakult Probiotic Drink. Visit angels.com/promotions.
Montgomery, the first batter for Chicago as we begin the fourth inning, and the first pitch, that's a chase and a miss. Counts 0-1. Angels trailing 1-0. Now it hit 4 hits to 0 so far. Here's the next pitch. It's fouled back behind the plate. The top of the fourth inning. It's being brought to you by Kettle One Vodka, smooth tasting and made to cocktail. Neto, the shortstop, playing pretty much up the middle behind second base. And Moncada's not quite in the shortstop hole, but he's off the bag considerably on the left side. Montgomery, a left-handed batter. He's having a nice second half of the season for them. And the next delivery, he takes that one for a ball. The count's 1 ball, 2 strikes.
He is a good-looking young prospect.
Former first-round pick. He has 6 homers, 17 runs batted in his last 13 games, but there a changeup fools him badly. Got him swinging, struck him out.
Yeah, a lot of these young guys in this White Sox lineup, they have not seen this before, to where they see a guy that's so far below the hitting speed. Can you tell people, when they look at it, they feel like they could step in the batter's box and hit Kyle Hendricks, the slowest fastball in the majors. But with that being said, the big league guys are so used to the high velocity that it is difficult for them to turn the dial down.
Pitch is ball one. Hendricks works fast out there on the mound. Comes in with another pitch, a changeup, and that's a called strike. 1-1 is the count. Outfield shading the batter Teal a little bit the opposite way. Here's the next pitch. He swings at that one, fouls it straight back. So the count's 1 ball and 2 strikes on Teal. Former first-round pick of the Red Sox back in 2023. He was the 14th player taken in that draft, and he looks that one over, and that pitch misses. 2-2 is the count.
It was part of that Garrett Crochet deal. Crochet went to the Red Sox.
2-2, and that's outside. So he's worked a full count, 3-2. He joined the White Sox first week in June, and he's been with them ever since. Came into the game hitting .277. There's the 3-2 delivery now, and he swings at this one, lifts it in the air to Taylor Ward out there in left. He's under, he'll make the catch, and that'll be the second out. Ward's been kind of busy here in the first 4 innings out there in the outfield. He's had 3 putouts already.
Fans, get your Heritage-themed ticket package. Each package includes a custom jersey along with a ticket to the game. Get yours today on angels.com/heritage.
So here is Corey Jolks batting. And here's the pitch. That one taken for a ball. He flied out his first time up. He was in 66 games for the White Sox last year. Hit just .214. Tonight's his first game back to the big leagues this season. Was hitting .295 in over 80 games in the minors this year. Takes that pitch low and outside. Talked about Jolks' first time up. We had seen him over the years when he was in the Astros organization. Kind of a late bloomer as he swings and misses that one. 2 balls and 1 strike is the count. And the next delivery, and that's a pitch that he takes for ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Jolks spent 7 years in the minors before he saw his first big league action. And the pitch on its way. That's right in there for a strike. Let's pause for station identification on Angels Radio. Also available free on the Angels Radio app.
AM 830 KLAA, Orange County, Los Angeles, and Inland Empire.
Terry Smith, Mark Langston, our producer-engineer, is Jorge Sevilla. And the next pitch lifted in the air to left center. They're waiting. Making the grab is Taylor Ward. Another put-out for him out there in the outfield. That was hit pretty hard by Jolks, but a routine play, and the end is over. So Hendricks has set down the last 5 in a row, and we get ready to head to the bottom of the 4th. 1-0 White Sox on Angels Radio, also available on the Angels Radio app.
Hey, Angels fans. Looking for 100% MLB verified tickets? Then call off the search and head to StubHub. StubHub has been the leading ticket marketplace for buying and selling tickets for over 20 years. StubHub will get you where you want to be. Always stress-free, always guaranteed. StubHub, an official partner of the Los Angeles Angels.
You always get more at Simpson.
The summer savings event is on now at Simpson Chevrolet in Irvine and Garden Grove. Now get the most out of summer in a new Chevy Silverado with low financing and payment programs that fit everyone's budget. Choose from a great selection of new 2025 Silverados, all in stock and all ready to drive to your summer adventure. Now, at family-owned Simpson Chevrolet, they're big enough to deal, small enough to care. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Attention Angels fans, get ready to level up your game day experience. Bandai Namco has teamed up with Angels Baseball to bring you the Level Up Arcade in the right field pavilion at Angel Stadium. Step into an interactive arcade with classic video games, including the legendary Pac-Man. Win a high score, snap photos, and make memories that last. Plus, discover Gashapon, a super hot capsule toy brand sold exclusively through vending machines. Whether you're a fan of the latest anime, popular game characters, or simply adore all things cute, we offer collectibles that delight fans of all ages. Don't miss out. See you at Level Up by Bandai Namco in Angel Stadium's right field pavilion. Let's play ball.
Sunny afternoons and baseball, that's a perfect match, just like Kettle One and cocktails. Kick back, soak up the action, and sip on an ice-cold Kettle One vodka cocktail. Kettle One, made to cocktail, and proud partner of Angels Baseball.
Angels getting ready to bat as we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Savali has retired every batter he's faced so far, 9 in a row. So Neto to lead things off in the fourth. Angels down 1-0. Swings at it, fouls it off on the right side, backing out of play. The bottom of the fourth inning. It's being brought to you by JAE Electronics, technology to inspire innovation. There's a pitch taken low and outside by Neto. 1 ball, 1 strike is the count. So far tonight, Savali has struck out the leadoff batter in each of the first 3 innings, and he misses inside on the leadoff batter for the Angels here in the fourth. Neto, it's 2 balls, 1 strike.
Hey, look at Savali's career numbers against the Angels, 2-1, 5.57 ERA in 4 starts. But here at the Big A, he's pitched well. 2-0 record, a 3 ERA in his 2 starts here.
And there's a pitch he missed inside. That was a curveball. 3-1 on Neto. Neto's tailed off a little bit of late. 8 for his last 43. And he taps this one fair on the third base side. It's a tough play, and it's off the hand of Baldwin, charging, trying to field it. So get no throw, and Neto's going to have the Angels' first hit, an infield hit. That was about a 45-footer right there.
Yeah, I think when you have a guy that's throwing a no-hitter, I got to let this ball go and roll out. There is a shot that it could roll foul. This one's right off the end of the bat, and it's heading right towards the seam of the grass. All it's got to do is hit it, and it'll kick foul. I don't think there's going to be a play, even if he fields this cleanly on Neto.
Here's the pitch, and that one misses high.
And that's a tough call. If you let it go and it stays fair, and the guy ends up throwing a 1-hitter, you're like,
yeah,
that's a difficult decision that he had to make there.
Here's the pitch on Shotwell. Swings at it, lifts it foul left side, and it's back to the view level out of play. Neto, 21 stolen bases. He's the runner over there at first base.
Savali has not allowed a stolen base this year.
And he has a quick pickoff toss. Neto just found that out. He had to dive back to the bag. Pretty good move for a right-hander. Savali, a former third-round pick of Cleveland back in 2016. Most of his career coming with the then Indians. Two balls and 1 strike to count. Taylor Ward waiting on deck. There's another pickoff toss to first base. So now he's used up a pair.
Yep. Let's see if Neto gets a little bit farther out there.
Savali is ready. Long pause. Just got the pitch off in time, and that one pitch that misses. 3-1 is the count.
Yeah, that to me is the one of the true ways you could still control the running game. You get set, you get your pitch. Obviously, as soon as the hitter looks at you, you could come set, and he's safe. So that'll be a balk. He just threw over again, and Neto gets back. That'll be a balk, and Neto moves to second.
It's the first time we've seen that happen this season.
We saw it last year. Griffin Canning did it.
So, as Mark mentioned, technically that goes down as a balk. That's why Neto awarded second, and now the pitch misses on Shotwell, and he's on with a walk. So the Angels have the first two on and have something brewing after nothing was brewing in the first 3 innings against Savali, having retired 9 straight. 1-0 White Sox, bottom of the 4th.
Again, Savali, after 2 disengagements, throws over again. Neto gets back. We saw that the other night. With that play at second base with Yusei Kikuchi, threw twice and then turned and was able to pick off.
Yeah. There's a pitch in there on Taylor Ward. Club leader in runs batted in. And at the plate with 2 on, no outs.
Yeah, got Wyatt Langford was creeping off the base after the second disengagement. Wheeled and got him.
Next pitch. That's taken for a called strike, and the count quickly jumps to 0-2. Taylor Ward, who has 2 strikes on him, is 3rd in the AL in strikeouts. Here's the pitch, and it's low. Good block on it by the young catcher, Kyle Teal.
That walk to Nolan Shotwell's Angels' first walk, and that's presented by Johnny Walker. Keep walking.
One ball, 2 strikes on Taylor Ward. Savali's delivery, and he got him looking. Boy, that pitch was pretty much down the middle, and Ward couldn't pull the trigger on it. So second time he has struck out tonight, and already 5 in the ball game for Savali against the first 12 batters he's faced.
Yeah, he gives him the 2-seamer, and this one starts maybe the outer third or just off the outside part of the plate, and it has plenty of run back towards the plate. Taylor Ward just gave up on it real quickly.
So here's Joe Adell with 1 out and 2 on. Savali steps off the rubber. Adell, part of the power of the lineup, presented by Just Ingredients, real food, better health. Adell struck out his first time up. First pitch here, and he breaks his bat and pops that one right to the shortstop. And caught over there by Montgomery. Was one there. If he wanted to get a little tricky, he might have tried to fool some people.
Yeah.
But he just went ahead and caught that one.
I think that had too much air to it to where it would have looked way too obvious.
2 outs in the inning, and Moncada will be the batter now.
Yeah, but you're right. The good shortstops will kind of play like they can't get it, let that drop, turn a double play.
There's a pickoff toss to second, and just diving back to the bag safely goes Neto.
Yeah, that's a timing play that up here in the booth you could see it materialize. Montgomery, the shortstop, this is all timing. He starts to break right when the catcher drops the glove. He breaks, Savali turns and fires.
Montgomery, the shortstop, continues to play near second. Here's the pitch on Moncada, a big chase and a miss. Moncada, number of years he was with the White Sox, would like trying to do some damage against them. He was hitless last night, 0 for 1 so far tonight. Next pitch, and that one missed inside. Nothing White Sox, bottom of the 4th. 2 outs, runners at first and second. Next pitch, and that's a swing and a foul tip off the mid of the catcher. was told that Miguel Vargas was the late scratch tonight for the White Sox, left oblique strain. And here's the pitch, and that one, the pitch, it's outside. Wonder when that oblique strain occurred.
I'm with you. We didn't get that heads up until right when the Angels were basically taking the field.
Yes. That could have been a real scorecard nightmare tonight. It didn't turn out to be quite as big, but you never like that happening minutes before first pitch.
Yeah, speak for yourself. My scorecard's a mess.
Here's the next delivery, and that's a swing and a miss, and Moncada goes down on a curveball. Angels had the first two get on to start off the inning, and then the next three retired with a pair of them going down on strikes. Fifth inning has come up. White Sox still holding on to a 1-0 lead on Angels Radio, also available on the Angels Radio app.
Looking for a university that blends big opportunities with a close-knit community? Discover Chapman University. Located in the heart of Orange County, Chapman students don't just learn, they lead, create, and innovate. From day one, you'll have access to cutting-edge research, top-tier faculty, and real-world experience that sets you apart. Whether you're into science, business, arts, or a multitude of other areas, Chapman University helps you turn passion into purpose. Visit chapman.edu and see how far you can go.
A lot of life can happen between sips of Dasani. You know, the life moments, big and small, that are worth getting thirsty for. Like organizing a family movie night under the stars. Or hearing an old favorite song and having an impromptu dance party. Or finding a new dinner recipe that the whole family loves. The crisp, clean taste of Dasani was made for all of life's thirst-worthy moments. Dasani, because life happens between sips.
Are you ready for a home run of flavor and excitement? Look no further than OG Sports Brewhouse Pizza, the ultimate destination for sports fanatics and pizza enthusiasts alike. Whether you're a diehard baseball fan or just in it for the delicious food, OG's has got you covered. Catch the latest game on our big screens while devouring mouth-watering pizzas, legendary chicken wings, and ice-cold brews. Join us for a home run experience that you won't forget. It's the perfect spot to share unforgettable moments and cheer on your favorite team. OG Sports Brewhouse Pizza, where sports and great flavors collide.
The Freeway Series is back at the Big A when the Dodgers come to town from August 11th to the 13th. Visit angels.com/tickets to secure your seats and experience the rivalry. Visit angels.com/tickets today.
Fifth inning we go here at Angel Stadium. White Sox will be batting. They have run on 4 hits. The Angels no runs, 1 hit. Brooks Baldwin will lead it off. Switch hitter, bats from the left side. And he singled his first time up tonight. Here's the pitch. Checked on that one, and they say he was holding. 1 ball, no strikes, top of the 5th, presented by your Southern California Toyota dealers. And here's the next delivery. That's a little bit outside. 2-0.
Last inning, Kyle Hendricks picked up his first strikeout of the night. The first strikeout by an Angels pitcher is presented by Circle K.
Here's the next pitch from Hendricks. That one's in there for a called strike. Hendricks coming into this game, the last 8 starts, ERA pretty good, 3.67. There's the delivery, and that's low and in.
Yeah, he's coming off a really good start that he had against the Mariners. 6 innings, just 2 hits allowed, 1 run.
There's the delivery, and that one there, a pitch that misses, so that'll be a 5-pitch walk. Leadoff man in the inning on for the White Sox, the 9-hole hitter. Josh Rojas will be the next batter. Second walk given up by Hendricks tonight. Have a nice crowd on hand tonight, somewhere around 40,000 here at the Big A. Fireworks show coming up after the ball game.
were talking about those last 8 starts. 42 and 2/3 innings, had walked just 6 guys.
And there's a toss over to first base, and back to the bag goes Baldwin. Here's the next delivery, and that pitch in there for a called strike. And another toss over to first base. Runner dives back to the bag safely. Tonight's the night they're having that MLB Speedway Classic at the Bristol Motor Speedway in Bristol, Tennessee. They've had a lot of rain there. Game was delayed. We're in the top of the 5th inning right now, and it's 1-0. Well, let me update what's going on now. We understand that game has been suspended because of rain, so very unfortunate situation there. Here's the pitch. That's a little chopper hit the second. Could be 2. Second for 1. Relay to first. That is a double play. So the first 2 outs in the inning. And now it'll be Tachman, their leadoff batter, to bat here in the 5th.
Yeah, Brooks Baldwin, who was on first base, he took 2 hard steps to second before that pitch. Looked like he was going to run and then stopped. And then that ball smoked to Rengifo. Easy double play.
There's a pitch that's taken for a strike. Here's the next delivery. That's fouled off.
For Kyle Hendricks, that is the go-to spot. That fastball there at 86, and that is right on Tachman's hands. Speeds that bat up.
Here's the delivery, and that one low. So, yeah, that ball game there at the Bristol Motor Speedway suspended in the bottom of the 1st inning tonight. Very unfortunate. There's one that's fouled back behind the plate. And that was a big event Major League Baseball had planned.
Yeah.
It was on national TV, but...
And the amount of effort it took to get that turned into a baseball field.
No doubt. Yeah. And they
all that work.
They played 1 inning and a third of that game tonight, and that was it. Rain's coming in the bottom of the 1st inning. Counts 2 balls and 2 strikes here. Tachman is the batter. When the Angels step up in the bottom of the 5th inning, O'Hoppe, Rengifo, and Campero. Here's the next pitch. That's inside, it misses, and now it's a full count, 3-2. Tachman moving back in the batter's box.
71 pitches for Kyle Hendricks.
And the next delivery, that one's fouled off.
Yeah, you look at the numbers for Kyle Hendricks. First time through the lineup, 229 against him. Second time, 261. We are now in the 3rd time through the lineup. Teams are hitting 302 against him.
And the next delivery, and that is a pitch that's taken for a called 3rd strike. And Tachman and the White Sox are retired here in the 5th inning. So the strikeout, just the second one of the ball game for Kyle Hendricks. We'll get ready to go to the bottom of the 5th. Angels down by a run, 1-0 on Angels Radio. Also available on the Angels Radio app.
Angels fans, there are more ways this season to watch your Angels on FanDuel Sports Network. For the first time, you can subscribe directly to FanDuel Sports Network and stream the Angels without blackouts. Monthly, seasonal, and annual packages available. Also new this season, you can stream FanDuel Sports Network through Amazon Prime Video with an add-on subscription. As always, you can watch FanDuel Sports Network through TV providers, including DirecTV, Spectrum, Uverse, Fubo, and more. Visit angels.com/broadcast to learn more.
Puka, Bella, I'm sure you've noticed some changes.
Who are you talking to?
I'm just practicing for when I have to tell the dogs about the twins. You know, because
Be fine in the spacious third row seat.
But the twins...
Can sleep peacefully thanks to the rear manual sunshade.
And what about the...
Extra cargo space for strollers and dog beds?
I guess you're right.
Can we leave the hospital now? The contractions are getting closer.
The 3-row Lexus TX, because everyone should feel like the center of the universe. See your Southern California Lexus dealer.
Barbecue season is back. Hey, it's Ellen and Mrs. Sarah Beth. And a little thing we love about the Chick-fil-A Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich is that zesty barbecue sauce. I love that it was a little sweet, a little tangy, and with the mac and cheese. I feel like I tasted the brown sugar bacon first. It was the absolute best combination. Pro tip, 3 sandwiches are always better than 1.
Order the Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich and our Coca-Cola on the Chick-fil-A app for a limited time. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Celebrate every win with Don Julio Reposado, our authentic barrel-aged tequila with smoky notes and a rich, smooth finish. Made it with love from Mexico to Southern California. Salud.
Logan O'Hoppe is the batter, and we get ready to go here in the Angels half of the 5th inning. Bottom of the 5th we go. Pitch in there for a strike. O'Hoppe, his first time up, grounded out to third base. And here's the next one from Savali. That's high and away. One ball and 1 strike is the count. And here's the next delivery. That's a pitch that misses. We're talking a little bit about that MLB Speedway Classic, unfortunately suspended in the bottom of the 1st inning tonight at Bristol, Tennessee, at the Bristol Motor Speedway. They're going to pick up that game tomorrow in the afternoon, that suspended ball game. So the 2 teams, I guess, were supposed to be off tomorrow, right. And they're just going to hang around for...
Yeah, good for everybody.
Yeah. Here's the pitch, and this is bounced on the third base side again off the bat of O'Hoppe, and the throw is going to get him. So he's been retired twice on grounders to Brooks Baldwin over there at third, and Luis Rengifo will be the next batter.
Yeah, really nice job of pitching right there by Savali. Got Logan O'Hoppe that first at bat with a pair of sliders, got him way out in front. That time all fastballs, and then got him out with a curveball.
Savali has been impressive so far in this ballgame. Here's the pitch, and that misses high. He retired the first 9 batters in a row, then gave up an infield hit. And then he walked the batter, and now he's set down the last 4 in a row, going back to last inning.
He's on a little scoreless streak right now.
Yeah.
15 straight scoreless innings.
And there's a pitch that's a ball. The count's 1 ball, no strikes. He is not allowed an earned run now in this 3rd straight start. Here's the pitch. Yeah, and that's a pitch that missed. 3-0. Rengifo struck out his first time up. The right-hander is ready, and here's the 3-0 pitch. That's going to be a 4-pitch walk. So the Angels have their 3rd base runner of the night. 2nd walk given up by Savali. A 1-out walk, and Campero will be the next batter.
Rengifo, 4 stolen bases on the season. Has been caught 6 times, and 2 of his 4 stolen bases have come now in the second half. Talked about Savali has not allowed a stolen base this season. That quick move to first.
First pitch here on Campero, a ball. It's 1 ball, no strikes.
That looked like it was right down the middle.
So volley set and the 1-0. It's popped foul back behind the plate. Hit it our way. It's going to drop down below us, though. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. White Sox got the game's only run. That was in the 2nd inning. And they did it in that inning. Had 3 singles in the inning, scored a run. Pitch in there for a strike. It's now 1-2. Here's the next one on Campero, and he chases and misses that one. He struck him out. That's the 2nd out here in the Angels' bottom of the 5th. Bryce Teodosio will be the batter. The bottom of the 5th inning. It's being sponsored tonight by Del Taco.
7th strikeout in the game for Savali. That is a season high for him.
Here's the pitch on Teodosio, and that's a pitch that he chases and misses for strike 1. You talk about Teodosio getting called up today and the fact that he had missed most of this season down in the minors. And he had a hip problem this season in the minors. Here's a lazy fly ball lifted into shallow right center, and coming in, making the catch on that one, coming in a long way is Mike Tauchman. And Teodosio retired, and that'll do it for the Angels here in the 5th. Angels walk in the inning, leave a runner on, and we'll head to the 6th as we move there. 1-0 White Sox on Angels Radio, also available on the Angels Radio app.
Summer is finally here. Searching for a new car for that summer road trip? Turn your search into drive at the Irvine Auto Center. Now is the perfect time to shop from over 2,200 new and pre-owned vehicles from the top import, domestic, luxury, and exotic dealerships, all with the reputation for an excellent buying and ownership experience at the Irvine Auto Center.
Turn your search into drive, where the 5 meets the 405 at Lake Forest Drive.
Spend your summer days at Pechanga Resort Casino, voted the best casino outside Las Vegas by Newsweek and USA Today. Soak up the sun poolside and enjoy world-class resort amenities, including exceptional entertainment, award-winning dining, spa luxury, golf, and not to mention 24/7 gaming excitement. An expansive casino floor and 1,100 guest rooms make Pechanga one of the largest in the country. Just off I-15 in Temecula, visit Pechanga.com or call 888-PECHANGA for reservations and more information.
In 1925, Modelo began brewing beer for those who believe in better. A model beer, steeped in the tradition of tireless effort. A rich Pilsner-style lager for those who wear their heart and heritage in their rolled-up sleeve. Since our first batch 94 years ago, to every bottle raised today, we've proved that it doesn't matter where you come from. It matters what you're made of. Modelo Especial, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. Drink responsibly. Imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Angel fans, get 2 tickets and $20 in food and beverage credit with the Let's Eat bundle. Visit angels.com/Let's Eat to pick your game and get 2 tickets plus $20 for food. Purchase your bundle at angels.com/Let's Eat.
Number 6, and the Angels have decided to make a pitching change. Kyle Hendricks, who had allowed 1 run on 4 hits and had retired 7 of the last 8 batters, will only go 5 innings tonight. No injury we've been notified about. We don't think there is any injury, but interim manager Ray Montgomery deciding to go to the pen. Juanin Sosa is the batter. First pitch in there for a called strike. Hendricks threw 73 pitches tonight. And the next one, and this is a fly ball lifted into right field. Adele got a late start, but comes in and still makes the grab on that one. That'll be the first out. Well, there's really been little doubt that since Ray Montgomery, the interim manager, took over for Ron Washington, that he is going to the bullpen a lot earlier than Ron Washington did.
This is strictly by numbers, unless there's an underlying thing that, again, that we don't know. We just talked about third time through the lineup. Teams are hitting .302 against Kyle Hendricks, and we are in the third time through the lineup. Your eyeballs are still telling you that Kyle Hendricks is in command of this game.
There's the next one from Zephyr John, and that's fouled off. So it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Hendricks threw, as I mentioned, 73 pitches, 46 for strikes, went 5 innings. He allowed 4 hits, a run it was earned. He walked 2, struck out 2. He will not figure in a win tonight, and at the moment he's on the hook for a loss unless the Angels come back in this game. 2 balls, 1 strike on Benintendi. Angels call to the bullpen, brought to you by Cox Mobile, the smart way to mobile. And here's the pitch, and that's in there for a called strike.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me.
Waiting on deck is Luis Robert Jr., and there's a chase and a miss, and Benintendi is the second out in the inning. He goes down swinging.
Fans, experience Angels baseball with the Friends and Family Fun Pack. For only $44, get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 soft drinks. Call 714-4ANGELS or visit angels.com/funpack.
Robert so far tonight is single in his 2 times up. Here's the pitch, and that one misses low. Here's the next delivery, and that's lifted in the air. This ball's hit well. Dell is chasing down in that right field corner. He's near the short wall, and he will run it down. A footer or so from the short wall. The inning is over on the deep fly out down in that right field corner. The top of the 6th inning presented by Coca-Cola. That was just a 9-pitch hit where Zephyr John will head to the bottom of the inning. The bottom of the 6th we go. It's 1-0 White Sox on Angels Radio. Also available on the Angels Radio app.
Summer is heating up, and so are the shows. And if you want the best seats to the biggest games, concert, and theater events, 714 Tickets will give you the service you deserve. Any ticket, anytime, anywhere, with 0 service fees. And they also buy the tickets you're not using. Just go to 714tickets.com or call 714-TICKETS. Download the 714 Tickets app today. 714 Tickets, 714 Tickets, 714 Tickets. Buy, sell, enjoy.
Escape to Fantasy Springs Resort Casino, a world-class desert oasis just minutes from Palm Springs. Experience iconic live entertainment with Foreigner, Kool in the Game, Boss Skaggs, Jeff Dunham, Daryl Hall, Public Enemy, Sebastian Maniscalco, and more exciting live entertainment at FantasySpringsResort.com.
We're chatting with our guest, always safety first, 811 Megaphone Man.
Call 811 before you dig.
You never stray from your mission of letting homeowners, landscapers, and excavators know you should always call 811 before you dig.
Call 811.
Call for both small and big jobs. And 2 working days in advance?
811.
Any parting words? And I'm guessing they will be.
Call 811 before you dig.
Brought to you by Southwest Gas.
811.
Wouldn't it be nice to have a reliable Medicare plan that lets you focus on all the things that matter to you? Well, with United Healthcare Medicare plans, that's exactly what you get. With 45 years of experience, we support our members every step of the way. We provide coverage that allows you to focus on what matters most. Count on United Healthcare to be there, with Medicare coverage for your whole life ahead. Learn more at uhc.com.
Angels trying to get the bats going as we get set for the bottom of the 6th inning. Zach Neto to lead things off, and here's the pitch. He takes that one And that pitch missed a little bit inside for a ball. Third different time Neto has led off an inning here against Savali. Got a hit his last time up, struck out his first time up leading off the game for the Angels. 1-0. That's high. 2 balls and no strikes. The bottom of the 6th. It's being brought to you by United Airlines. And here's the delivery. That's fouled back behind the plate. See how far Savali ends up going in this game. The next pitch will be his 80th. The White Sox don't really have a true closer, and their bullpen has been suspect this season.
His last start, he went 6 innings, 71 pitches. The most pitches he's thrown this year is 102, and that was May 3rd.
And he was with Milwaukee then.
Yep.
There's a pitch that's taken for ball 3. It's 3-1.
Angels have Brock Burke getting loose.
Here's the pitch, and that's a swing and a miss. Sinker goes past Neto, and it's a full count on the Angels shortstop.
Yeah, Savali has done a really nice job of elevating the fastball up in the zone to get the Angels to chase that pitch.
Neto has the only Angel hit tonight, and he bounces this one foul over on the left side. Tomorrow, this Angels-White Sox series wraps up with a day game. First pitch at 1:07. Jack Kohanowitz against Sean Burke. A couple right-handers scoring off.
Jack Kohanowitz had a good start, his first start back.
There's a bouncing ball over the mound, but fielding it right near second is the second baseman Rojas, and he will throw out Neto for 3 ground out. 1 up, 1 down. Shotwell, who has a walk and a pop out, will be the next batter. And here's the pitch, and that is in there for a called strike. That lone hit the Angels have, the Neto leadoff single in the 4th inning. That was a ball that only went about 45 feet up the third base line. Infield hit, and the pitch, that's fouled off to our left, backing out of play.
That's the one we were talking about at the time. If I'm playing third base and it's not, I would let that go because it was just about to hit the edge of the grass. Usually when it does, that kicks it foul. And Brooks Baldwin came in and tried to make a play on that, and just the transfer from the glove to the hand, he dropped the baseball, but I think Neto was going to be safe as soon as he touched it. And this is the only hit the Angels have on the board.
Yep. Here's the 2-strike pitch. That's high. And Baldwin was originally supposed to be their left fielder tonight in the lineup that we had up until
first pitch.
The first pitch, and then things went a little bit haywire when they pulled out Miguel Vargas. Here's the pitch. That's a liner, but right at the second baseman. Rojas making the grab. It was hit right near him. Shotwell continues to hit rockets at people. That's got to be frustrating.
He's had a good homestand. Came into the game tonight hitting .333 on this homestand. And you're right, he's hit the ball hard twice tonight.
Angels playing their 9th game of this 13-game homestand, the longest homestand by far this season for the Angels. There's a pitch that is in there on Taylor Ward. He's had trouble figuring out Savali tonight, 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. And here's the next pitch. That one misses inside. Taylor Ward in his career against Savali is now 0 for 9 with 6 strikeouts.
It looks like Savali is in his head, too. It looks like he's sitting off speed, and he's struck out the last 2 times on fastballs.
1-1 pitch. And that one missed a little bit high. 2-1. Next delivery, and this is hit high in the air, somewhere around the mound. A lot of people, all four infielders are converging, and the catch is going to be made over there behind the mound, and that one caught by the shortstop. Montgomery will the inning, so that'll do it. The Angels are retired here in the bottom of the sixth. The seventh is coming up. It's still 1-0 White Sox lead on Angels Radio, also available on the Angels Radio app.
How about we get some pizza?
Nah.
Sushi?
No.
I thought you didn't care.
I don't.
Slow cooked.
How did they get in our car?
I don't know, but we're going to Del. Del Taco's new slow-cooked pork carnitas. Authentic spices and salsa roja give it a rich, deep, melt-in-your-mouth flavor. Pork carnitas are here for a limited time, so get some tender, juicy Del Taco today.
You hear that? That's the sound of unmatched excellence. Mission Viejo Kia is the only Kia dealer in OC to earn the Platinum Prestige Dealer Award for excellence in sales and customer service. Buy better, drive better.
Attention pro contractors and builders. Whether you're on site or in the office keeping track of orders and billing, your focus should be on doing your job well, not wasting time with guesswork or the stress of managing your business. Meet MyFBM, your newest digital tool from your partners at Foundation Building Materials. It's your go-to for tracking deliveries, managing orders, and controlling job spend all in one place. It's time to change the way you do business. Visit myfbm.com and register your company today. myfbm.com. That's myfbm.com.
If you are a smoker, have a history of smoking in the past 15 years, and are 50 or older, lung screenings are your MVP in the game of health. I'm Dr. Nilesh Vora, oncologist with Memorial Care. Did you know that only 6% of eligible patients get their lungs screened? As a result, 40% of patients with lung cancer are diagnosed with stage 4 disease. At Memorial Care Cancer Institute, if you meet the criteria mentioned earlier, we have a low-dose CT scan screening study that can save your life. Get screened so we can find cancer sooner. Delaying care doesn't make the cancer go away, it just makes it harder to treat.
Pitcher for the Angels is the lefty Brock Burke, and first pitch on its way to Colson Montgomery, their shortstop. He takes that one for ball one. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Lefty batter swings at the next pitch and fouls that one back behind the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike is the count.
Nice job by Ryan Zefferjohn.
He retired all 3 batters he faced last inning, striking out 1 of the 3. Next pitch on Montgomery, looks that one over, and misses a little bit low.
Angels trailing 1-0 here in the top of the 7th.
Next delivery, it's fouled off over on the right side. Colson Montgomery, a player you've heard scouts make the comp on him, a Corey Seager comp.
Wow.
He's been a solid hitter in the minors. He has some power. First round pick of the White Sox in 2021. Swings from the left side, the pitch, and he's taking that one, and that pitch, a pitch that missed for ball 3. It's 3-2. There's the next delivery, and he chops this one, a fair ball over the bag at first, fielded there by Shotwell. He'll easily get to the bag before Montgomery. Quick out on the unassisted play, 1 gone, and Kyle Teal will be the next batter.
Yeah, we talked about it last night. Only Kyle Schwarber has more RBIs here in the second half than Colson Montgomery.
White Sox have a good number of young players in their lineup tonight. They're still on pace, even as well as they've been playing. They got into such an early whole this season, and they're still 28 games under 500. They're on pace to have another 100-plus loss season, and if that happens, it would be the third year in a row. First last year was a record-setting feudal season for them, as this one is hit hard but foul down the right side. That's going to get back and out of play. And the count's 2 balls and 1 strike. White Sox losing 121 games last year. And here's the pitch. And that one is low. Who knows? The Rockies could break their record. They came away with a win today. And they have played 110 games this season, and they've won 30 of them. 30-80. The pitch. That's low. That's going to miss ball 4. So Kyle Teal is on with a 1-out walk, and the next batter will be Corey Jolks.
Fans, the first 25,000 fans on Saturday, August 23rd, against the Chicago Cubs will receive a Angel City Connect hat, courtesy of Yakult Probiotic Drink. Visit angels.com/promotions.
Catcher Logan O'Hoppe just went out to the mound to have a word with Brock Burke. That meeting wraps up. Here's Jolks at the plate. Takes the first pitch right in there for a called strike. 29-year-old outfielder back in the big leagues. First game he's appeared with the White Sox this season. And here's the next one. He takes that one a little bit low. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Hey, look at Brock Burke, and he has been so good for the Angels bullpen. Last 24 appearances, ERA sits at .95.
Here's the delivery that's fouled off.
He's allowed 2 runs in 19 innings.
Yeah, he was a player I thought was kind of a trade candidate sleeper. You mentioned the numbers. They couldn't be better, and he's a lefty veteran reliever.
Power arm, swing and miss stuff.
Yeah. Next delivery, that's fouled back behind the plate.
Fastball there at 98, and that's what teams look for when they are trying to improve their bullpens for postseason, is swing and miss.
Yeah. So he's in front of 1-2 here on Jolks, and now Corey Jolks asks for time. Tonight's attendance here at the Big A, 39,161, 39161. And there's a chase and a miss. And down on strikes goes Jolks. Second out in the inning.
Good fastball there, 98, right on that outside corner. Jolks cannot catch up.
Brooks Baldwin, switch hitter, just 24 years old, will dig in. Angels haven't gotten him out tonight. He has a single and a walk. And here's the pitch. He's taking, and that's in there for a called strike. 0-1 is the count. Next delivery, that's lined into center. That's going to fall a couple feet in front of Teodosio, the center fielder, and that's going to be a 2-out hit. We'll have runners at first and second with 2 away. And the batter will be Rojas, the 9-hole hitter. This top of the 7th inning, White Sox up 1-0. It's being brought to you by Resorts World Las Vegas. Visit rwlasvegas.com to book your fabulous hotel stay. So here is Rojas. Lefty batter. And here's the pitch. Goes after that one, fouls it back. It was a little over a month ago that the White Sox signed a pitcher that we're familiar with, the former first-rounder Noah Syndergaard. And he did not pitch at all in the big leagues last year. The White Sox signed him in late June. Haven't heard how he's fared so far on his comeback trail.
Yeah. Hey, you hear so many guys coming back from Tommy John. Stuff is pretty similar to before they had Tommy John, but Noah Syndergaard is not one of them.
Right. Velocity never recovered.
Yeah, he was the hardest thrower in the majors before the Tommy John surgery, and his fastball has really just disappeared.
He was with the Angels in the 2022 season, Syndergaard. This one that's fouled back by Rojas. The count's no balls, 2 strikes. Here's a 2-strike pitch. This is bounced softly on the left side. Stopped by Neto. The throw to first is just in time. That was a nice play by Zach Neto, and that is how the inning will end. So the Angels will get ready to step up when we get back in the bottom of the seventh inning stretch time. Angels have been held scoreless, trailing 1-0 on Angels Radio, also available on the Angels Radio app.
You hear that? That's the sound of 20 years of excellence. I'm John Patterson, owner of Tustin Mazda and Huntington Beach Mazda. With us, it's never just about cars. It's about delivering an exceptional experience. We're the only Mazda dealer group in California with a 20-year track record of earning the President's Award for sales and service excellence. Receive a great guest experience with no dealer markups. Visit Tustin Mazda, Huntington Beach Mazda. Buy better, drive better.
Spend your summer days at Pechanga Resort Casino, voted the best casino outside Las Vegas by Newsweek and USA Today. Soak up the sun poolside and enjoy world-class resort amenities including exceptional entertainment, award-winning dining, spa luxury, golf, and not to mention 24/7 gaming excitement. An expansive casino floor and 1,100 guest rooms make Pechanga one of the largest in the country. Just off I-15 in Temecula, visit Pechanga.com or call 888-PECHANGA for reservations and more information.
Vista Paint is proud to once again partner this season with your favorite team in red. And when it comes to the color red, Vista Paint's knowledgeable staff can partner you up with the exact color red or any color you're looking for. For over 60 years, when Southern California professional painters and homeowners want the most durable, premium, and sustainable paint, they choose Vista Paint. There's a Vista Paint location near you, ready to match you up with the most vibrant and inspiring colors under the sun. Vista Paint, where color, creativity, and chemistry meet.
It's time for the 4th bobblehead of the year. Come be one of the first 25,000 fans in attendance on August the 22nd against the Chicago Cubs and get a Logan O'Hoppe bobblehead courtesy of Foundation Building Materials. Visit angels.com/promotions today to make sure you're taking home a Logan O'Hoppe bobblehead.
First batter for the Angels will be Joe Adell. The starter for the White Sox, Aaron Savali, still out there. He was retired the last 5 in a row. He's had some stretches of consecutive batters set down. Had a stretch to start off the game, 9 in a row, then another stretch, 4 in a row. Now he's on a 5 in a row stretch as Adell fouls that one off. And the count's no balls and a strike. The bottom of the 7th inning. It's being brought to you by StubHub. Adell waits the next pitch. Here it comes. He swings at it, lifts it in the air down the left side. It's hooking foul down the left side. He had a pretty good ride, but a foul ball. The count's 0-2.
Yeah, Savali has done a really nice job of pounding inside, using the cutter away, using his curveball.
Here's the pitch, and there's a chase and a miss, and Adell is out. That was the curveball that got him swinging. And That's another strikeout for Savali in this ball game.
And that curveball comes in. He's using that as a changeup. That curveball comes in at 76 miles an hour. And that looks like it's going to end the night for Aaron Savali. Once again, this one doesn't make sense, but...
So he leaves. He set down the last 6 in a row. And we'll see who the White Sox will be bringing in to take over. We have a pitching change coming up. Break in the action when we get back. Angels still batting in the 7th, trailing 1-0 on Angels Radio. Also available on the Angels Radio app.
Summer is finally here. Searching for a new car for that summer road trip? Turn your search into drive at the Irvine Auto Center. Now is the perfect time to shop from over 2,200 new and pre-owned vehicles from the top import, domestic, luxury, and exotic dealerships, all with the reputation for an excellent buying and ownership experience at the Irvine Auto Center.
Turn your search into drive, where the 5 meets the 405 at Lake Forest Drive.
Spend your summer days at Pechanga Resort Casino, voted the best casino outside Las Vegas by Newsweek and USA Today. Soak up the sun poolside and enjoy world-class resort amenities including exceptional entertainment, award-winning dining, spa luxury, golf, and not to mention 24/7 gaming excitement. An expansive casino floor and 1,100 guest rooms make Pechanga one of the largest in the country. Just off I-15 in Temecula, visit Pechanga.com or call 888-PECHANGA for reservations and more information.
Angels fans, you love to squeeze every drop out of life, and that means you're going to sweat. Whether you're on the field, on the court, or just out in the heat, you'll need to put back the fluids you lose. Pocari Sweat matches the natural electrolyte composition in your body so you can fully hydrate and get back to being your best. With the unique and delicious citrus taste, Pocari Sweat is the perfect way to quench your thirst for life. You'll find Pocari Sweat at Angel Stadium corner markets or try Pocari.com. Pocari Sweat is a proud partner of Angels Baseball.
Register your little angel for the 2025 Junior Angels Kids Club presented by OC Waste and Recycling. Members receive 4 ticket vouchers, a Zach Neto headband, and more for only $20. Visit angels.com/Junior Angels for more.
And a pinch hitter for the Angels. Brandon Isert is the new pitcher. He's a lefty. And Oswald Peraza is going to bat for Moncada here. Moncada leaves the game. He went 0 for 2. Look for Peraza to take over at third for him. And he grounds the ball right to the shortstop. It's eaten up by Montgomery, and the throw gets Peraza, who has good speed. That'll be the second out. 6-3 on the ground out. When they brought in Isert, Moncada was scheduled to bat, but Moncada is having all sorts of trouble swinging right-handed, so he was going to have to turn around and bat right against the lefty, being a switch hitter, and that's why Peraza came in a pinch hit.
7th inning stretch is presented by JMG Security Systems.
And the call to the bullpen in this inning for the White Sox, presented by Coca-Cola, refreshment for the Halos. The batter is O'Hoppe. The pitch is a ball. Meantime, the Angels have Reed Detmers up in the bullpen. And here's the next pitch, and that is a chase and a miss.
That fastball there at 89, thrown right by Logan O'Hoppe.
Angels with just 1 hit, a little infield dribbler down third base line by Zach Neto.
There's the next delivery. That's a swing and a miss. And that was a changeup that fooled O'Hoppe. The count's 1-2. Isert, former 18th round pick of the Toronto Blue Jays. That was in 2019. He was claimed off waivers. Isert with a 4.47 earned run average with the White Sox this season. He's pitched a lot for them. This is his 48th game of the year, and there's a swing and a miss, and O'Hoppe is a strikeout victim for the first time tonight. Angels as a team, though, have struck out 9 times. It's been a very quiet night offensively for the Angels. Just 1 hit, 0 runs as we head to the 8th. 1-0 White Sox on Angels Radio, also available on the Angels Radio app.
Feeling down or overwhelmed lately? Research shows that practicing gratitude can boost happiness, reduce stress, and improve your outlook on life. Make it part of your daily routine today. Visit angels.ocnavigator.org to discover more ways to boost your happiness, connect with others, and improve your well-being.
Start with gratitude and see where it takes you. The OC Navigator is part of the Orange County Healthcare Agency, Behavioral Health Department.
Angels fans, New Era Cap is proud to be the official cap of your Los Angeles Angels. Be sure to stop by the team store at Angel Stadium to pick up your New Era Authentic Collection Angels cap today. Remember, you can always visit us at neweracap.com to shop our latest selections, including our limited editions and exclusive drops. New Era Cap, the official on-field cap of Major League Baseball.
Sunny afternoons and baseball? That's a perfect match, just like Kettle One and cocktails. Kick back, soak up the action, and sip on an ice-cold Kettle One vodka cocktail. Kettle One, made to cocktail, and proud partner of Angels Baseball.
Angels fans, the Hyatt Vacation Club invites you to enjoy a 4-day, 3-night resort getaway, starting from just $149. Choose from 6 beautiful locations, from the mountains of Breckenridge, Colorado, to the beautiful beaches of Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. See what Hyatt Vacation Club has to offer. Conditions and participation requirements apply. Call 866-440-8783 to learn more.
Angels will go to the bullpen for the 3rd time tonight. Reed Detmers is the new pitcher. This will be his 47th appearance of the season. ERA 4.41. Oswald Peraza will stay in the game. He pinched hit for Moncada, and he will replace him at third base as well. Mike Tauchman, the leadoff batter for the White Sox, will lead things off here in the 8th inning. They lead it 1-0 in the first pitch. Swing and a miss by the lefty batter. He's had an 0-for-3 night.
Yeah, Reed Detmer's last appearance against the Texas Rangers gave up that 2-run home run on a really good pitch to Adolis Garcia out of the strike zone.
Next delivery, this is lifted into center, and that's going to fall a couple feet in front of Teodosio. And that is a leadoff hit for Tauchman.
Fans, book your escape to Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. See Dustin Lynch, Public Enemy, Kool and the Gang, Daryl Hall, and more. Visit FantasySpringsResort.com for tickets and details.
Brock Burke, who pitched last inning for the Angels, gave up a hit, no runs. He ended up walking 1, striking out 1. Detmer's pitch here on Sosa, and he takes that one for a called strike. Fireworks show coming up after the ball game here at the Big A. And mention the crowd tonight. A little over 39,000 here.
Yeah, they are just waiting to erupt for anything.
Here's one grounded to second. Could be another double play. Throw from second to first will complete the double play. So the Angels have done that exactly the same way 3 times tonight, a 4-6-3 twin killing.
Yeah, nobody's turned more double plays in the majors this year than the Angels. Another just tailor-made right to Rengifo. Nettle takes it from there.
So the batter now is Benintendi, and he takes a called strike. We're in the top of the 8th inning. It's being presented by Nike. In the bottom of the inning, Angels will have the bottom third of the batting order. Rengifo, Campero, and Teodosio. And there's a pitch in there on Benintendi. He tried to hold up. They say he went around. The appeal call to John Tumpane, the third base umpire. And here's the next pitch. Little tapper fouled back behind the plate. Let's pause for stations to identify themselves on Angels Radio, also available free on the Angels Radio app.
AM 830, KLAA, Orange County, Los Angeles, and Inland Empire.
Here's the next pitch, and there's a swing and a miss. That was not a good swing there by Benintendi. That fastball gets him at 98, struck him out, and the inning is over. Quick inning for Detmers, even though it gave up a hit in the inning. We'll get ready to go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Just an 8-pitch inning on Angels Radio, also available free on the Angels Radio app.
Angels fans, there are more ways this season to watch your Angels on FanDuel Sports Network. For the first time, you can subscribe directly to FanDuel Sports Network and stream the Angels without blackouts. Monthly, seasonal, and annual packages available. Also new this season, you can stream FanDuel Sports Network through Amazon Prime Video with an add-on subscription. As always, you can watch FanDuel Sports Network through TV providers, including DirecTV, Spectrum, Uverse, Fubo, and more. Visit angels.com/broadcast to learn more.
Hey, it's your friend Roger Lodge, and I know there's a lot of personal injury firms out there, but Easton & Easton will fight for you. Their family of personal injury attorneys know how to maximize your recovery and get you the best results possible, because results matter. Whenever an accident occurs, Easton & Easton has you covered. Calling them is key for success to ensure you get the highest compensation for your injuries. Go to EastonLawOffices.com. Easton & Easton, let their family help yours.
Everyone has a horizon, the line you can't see past. Before it, the familiar. Beyond it, the unknown. Enter the Lexus GX. It's designed to be capable. It's designed to be luxurious. But most of all, it's designed to get you past your horizon. And the nice thing about horizons is that once they're crossed, there's always another, patiently waiting its turn. Live up to it. The Lexus GX. See your Southern California Lexus dealer.
Head to the Big A August 22nd to the 24th and watch your Halos face off with the Chicago Cubs in an interleague battle. Visit Angels.com today to get your seats for Angels versus Cubs August 22nd through the 24th.
First batter up for the Angels, bottom of the 8th inning, is Luis Rengifo, and the first pitch from Brandon Eisert, that's high. 1 ball, no strikes. Rengifo has a walk and a strikeout tonight. This bottom of the 8th inning, it's being presented by Farmers and Merchants Bank. Next pitch, lines one into right center, but chasing and making the catch is Tachman. Got a good read off the bat of Rengifo. Boy, when that left his bat, you thought that might have a chance to drop in and maybe roll all the way out to the wall. Tachman makes the catch on that one. That's out number 1 in the bottom of the 8th.
Yeah, a couple of the balls the Angels have hit hard tonight have been right at somebody. That one there was squared up.
Campero is the batter. 0 for 2 night for him. Another switch hitter batting right against the lefty, and the first pitch in there for a called strike.
Fans, get your Angels on FanDuel Sports Network. Stream now at FanDuelSportsNetwork.com.
Here's the next pitch. And that's a pitch that misses. 1 ball and 1 strike is the count. Next delivery lifted in the air down the right field side. This is a long run for the right fielder, and that ball's going to drop just foul. Campero is running around the bases. It's a foul ball.
I wasn't sure, so just keep running. The umpires will tell you to stop. This ball is foul by less than a foot down in that right field corner.
So the count's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fans are coming to life here, trying to channel their energy into those Angel bats.
Yep. The Trout Tracker is presented by State Farm. Mike Trout unavailable, still has flu symptoms, and Mike Trout sitting right now at 397 home runs, just 3 home runs shy of the 400 mark. And Ray Montgomery was asked earlier today about Mike Trout. Will he be available tomorrow? He says he's better today. We'll see.
Campero asking for time, it looked like. He's back in the batter's box. 1-2 the count on him. Here's the next delivery. That one misses high. Teodosio waiting on deck.
Looks like Travis d'Arnaud now is going to pinch hit for him. He just came out on the on-deck circle.
Here's the next pitch on Campero. That one misses low. It's a 3-2 count, and the next delivery, ground ball hit the third. Off the glove, Baldwin recovers, throws, and still has time to get Campero, who was hustling up that first base side. That's the second out, 5-3 on the ground out. And it will be d'Arnaud coming in to pinch hit for Teodosio.
Fans, the first 25,000 fans in attendance on August 22nd against the Chicago Cubs will receive a Logan O'Hoppe bobblehead, courtesy of Foundation Building Materials. Visit angels.com/promotions.
And now we'll see what's going to happen. They're going to have a meeting at the mound out there.
This is just a scouting report. Adam Katz, the pitching coach for the White Sox, out there to deliver the scouting report on how they want to attack Travis d'Arnaud. Again, Angels with just one hit in the game, a little infield hit back in the fourth inning by Zach Neto. The Angels have only had 3 base runners in this game.
Pitching coach heads back to the White Sox dugout on the first base side. And d'Arnaud is the batter. Here's the first pitch. That's way high and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Lefty's next pitch on d'Arnaud. That one misses outside. Here's the delivery. It's a shot off the pitcher's glove, and it bounces right to the second baseman, and Rojas is going to throw out d'Arnaud, the pinch hitter, and the Angels go down 1-2-3. That one will go 1-4-3 to end the inning. So those Angel bats stay quiet, just 10 pitches in the inning, and we will head to the ninth. It's a 1-0 White Sox lead on Angels Radio, also available on the Angels Radio app.
Celebrate every win with Don Julio Reposado, our authentic barrel-aged tequila with smoky notes and a rich, smooth finish. Made with love from Mexico to Southern California. Salud.
You hear that? That's the sound of unmatched excellence. I'm John Patterson, owner of Mission Viejo Kia, where it's never just about cars, it's about delivering an exceptional experience. We're the only Kia dealer in Orange County to earn the Platinum Prestige Dealer Award for outstanding sales and customer service. Receive a great guest experience with no dealer markups. Visit Mission Viejo Kia today. Buy better, drive better.
This season, the Angels step back into the classroom for the 17th year of the Adopt a School program, presented by OC Waste and Recycling. Angels players visited Eisenhower Elementary, Sycamore Magnet Academy, Community Roots Academy, Horace Mann Elementary, and College Park Elementary, bringing excitement to students and staff alike. Each school received a school-wide assembly, Angels game tickets, gifts from the team, and a $2,000 grant from the Angels Baseball Foundation to support school sustainability programs. Learn more about how you can step up to the plate for our planet at oclandfills.com.
Hey, Angels fans! Looking for 100% MLB verified tickets? Then call off the search and head to StubHub. StubHub has been the leading ticket marketplace for buying and selling tickets for over 20 years. StubHub will get you where you want to be. Always stress-free, always guaranteed. StubHub, an official partner of the Los Angeles Angels.
For the Angels, we head to the ninth inning. There's a new pitcher, Carson Fulmer, the fourth reliever of the night for the Angels. He takes over for Detmers. Reed Detmers worked a scoreless inning, gave up a hit, and along the way recorded a strikeout. So Fulmer trying to do more of the same here in the ninth. Scott Kingery has come in to take over in center field, and here's a ground ball hit to third. It's fielded by Peraza. The throw is in time to get Luis Robert Jr. And a quick out to start off this ninth inning. Jordan Leisure is up in the White Sox bullpen, so it appears he will be trying to come in and close it for them in the bottom of the ninth.
All right. Luis Robert Jr. can flat out fly. That was a close play. That's a routine ground ball. And it turned out to be a bang-bang play at first.
Here's the pitch on its way. That one is inside on Montgomery. Montgomery's had an 0 for 3 night. 1 for 7 in the series. The lone hit a home run. We're in the top of the ninth inning. It's being brought to you by the Vita Coco Company. And there's a chase and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Angels trailing 1-0 here in the top of the ninth. The score update is presented by OC Navigator. Visit ocnavigator.org for mental health resources.
Next delivery, a swing and a miss, and now it's a 1-2 count. Fulmer stepping off the pitching rubber. Now he's back on there and begins to look in for the sign. Everyone is set. Here's the 1-2, and that's a chase and a miss. Struck him out. Fastball at 93. 2 are gone.
Yeah, really nice job right there.
There is Kyle Teal, the catcher. And the pitch, chase and a miss for strike 1. When we get to the bottom of the ninth, Neto will lead things off. Shotwell and Ward will follow. The last 11 Angel batters have been retired in a row. The Angels have 1 hit, an infield hit tonight. And that was by Neto in the 4th inning. And there's a pitch there on the appeal. The third base umpire, John Tumpain, says that Teal went after it, so it's 0-2 on him.
And you look how the White Sox scored the lone run. A base hit by Luis Robert Jr. He steals second base, scores on Teal's little opposite field single. That's it.
Yeah. You don't see too many 1-0 games anymore.
No.
That's what we've seen tonight.
Yeah, Angels pitching spot on tonight.
Next delivery, and that one there, strikeout on Teal, as he couldn't pull the trigger on that one, and the inning is over. A 1-2-3 inning, a clean inning for Carson Fulmer. That was just a 9-pitch inning. We're headed to the bottom of the ninth. Angels need a run to tie it. It's 1-0 White Sox on Angels Radio, also available on the Angels Radio app.
A lot of life can happen between sips of Dasani. You know, the life moments, big and small, that are worth getting thirsty for. Like organizing a family movie night under the stars. Or hearing an old favorite song and having an impromptu dance party. Or finding a new dinner recipe that the whole family loves. The crisp, clean taste of Dasani was made for all of life's thirst-worthy moments. Dasani, because life happens between sips.
Angels fans, New Era Cap is proud to be the official cap of your Los Angeles Angels. Be sure to stop by the team store at Angel Stadium to pick up your New Era Authentic Collection Angels cap today. Remember, you can always visit us at NewEraCap.com to shop our latest selections, including our limited editions and exclusive drops. New Era Cap, the official on-field cap of Major League Baseball.
Starting a yard project soon? Before you dig, remember that utility lines might be just below the surface. The average shovel strike travels over 30 miles per hour with over 200 pounds of force, powerful enough to break underground utility lines, which homeowners could be responsible to pay for. Always call 811 before you dig to stay safe, avoid fines or outages. For more information, visit SoCalGas.com/8811. SoCalGas is responsible for marking natural gas pipelines up to the gas meter.
Enjoy amazing moments by your Halos in 2025 from the comfort of a suite at the Big A. Entertain guests with all-inclusive packages. For more info, call 714-4ANGELS or visit angels.com/suites.
Jordan Leisure is the new pitcher. He was the first reliever they used in last night's ball game. Tonight they have him coming in looking for a save. This is his 45th appearance of the season. 4-6 record, 2 saves, 4.43 ERA. He's a right-hander, and he faces Zach Neto as we begin the bottom of the ninth. It's 1-0 White Sox. First pitch right in there for a called strike. 0-1 is the count. Neto's had a 1-for-3 night. He's had the only Angel hit, and it was a leadoff infield single in the bottom of the fourth. And he eventually got to second base in that inning, and he's the only runner the Angels have had even get to second base tonight.
Yeah, Angels just 3 base runners to hit and a couple of walks.
1-1 the count here on Neto, and the pitch. He takes in. That one misses for a ball.
That was the best scoring opportunity in that fourth inning. Neto got that infield hit. Shonable followed with a walk, first and second. Nobody out. And couldn't get a hit.
Counts 2-1 on Neto, and the next pitch. That's a liner by the mound, but stopped on one hop near second by the second baseman Rojas, and he will throw out Neto. That's the last 12 Angel batters retired in a row. 1 gone in the bottom of the ninth inning. It's being presented by Bullet Frontier Whiskey. Batter now is Shonawell, who's gone 0 for 2 with a walk. He's our player to watch. And that's presented by Kettle One Vodka. Here's the pitch on its way. This is lifted in the air. It's hit pretty well in the right center, but running after it and making the running catch is Tachman. And the Angels are down to their final out in this ball game.
Another ball by Shonawell that's hit hard, but just right at somebody. That left the bat. You thought it had a shot. Tachman able to run that one down.
So we'll see if Ward can keep the game alive. The Angels are only down by a run, but haven't scored all night. Here's the pitch on Ward. He takes, and that's outside. 2 starting pitchers are the pitchers of record in this ball game. And here's the pitch, and that's low, ball 2. Ward can keep the game alive. Joe Adell's waiting on deck. Here's the next pitch. That's a low. And the count goes to 3-0. Leisure is not a real experienced closer. Here's the next delivery. This is popped in the air into center, and this is going to do it. Under waiting and making the catch out there is Luis Robert Jr. And the White Sox have come to town, and they have beaten the Angels in back-to-back games here at the Big A. The Angels end up getting shut out tonight here at Angel Stadium, and that's the first time in a while the Angels have been shut out. It's the 7th time the Angels have been shut out this season. And it's the 4th time the Angels have been shut out at home this year. Mark, the offense was just non-existent tonight.
Yeah, one of those. Aaron Savali got to tip your hat to him. He was really good, able to work the ball on the inside part of the plate, had that good cutter on the outer half of the plate. Then the curveball appeared later in the game as a weapon for him. So a really nice job, obviously, by the White Sox pitching, but Aaron Savali, who picks up the win, really nice job by him. Angels pitching, can't say a word about it. They were really good in this game, and it's just the Angels' offense was completely shut down tonight.
Kyle Hendricks ended up being the starter, didn't last that long in the ball game, only ended up going 5 innings and did not leave because of any injury, and certainly pitched effectively in his 5 innings.
Yeah, I thought he could have easily kept going in this game. The Angels were just trying to match up from that point